Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're going to be playing some more of Dominion 6, just while I've got my memory onto what we're actually trying to do here, which is to take on Ermor. This particular session is probably going to be sort of us trying to crush Ermor's death dominance. We are a growth nation. We're the opposite of... we're the opposite in terms of growth and death scales, but we're very similar in the sense that we use undead. So we're an undead faction, but ours is a faction all about sort of growth and life and in forests and all sorts of wonderful things like that. So that's sort of where we are. So we're in we go. I'll just make sure everything is set up properly for my stream. Sort of got a funny feeling I didn't actually do it all 100%. I think that's all okay, and just double check that we are actually live, because that would be important. Yep, that one says live. Yep, and that one says live. Great. Okay, we're up and running. So we'll just go back across, and I've still got a cough. I don't feel fluey anymore, but we didn't feel fluey even yesterday or the day before. But I do feel, just because it's got this sort of nagging cough now that I just can't get rid of, so that's going to be a little bit annoying. So I do apologise in advance for that one. Now, one of the details, I guess, with Dominion 6 above the other games of Dominion is just in the sense of diplomacy. Like we're not technically at war with Ermor. By attacking them, we do go to war with them. And so this is going to be something that where they will then actively try to sort of damage us. So we've got our main army in through here with Carpathus, Sev, and Supreme Plague, the three different leaders leading their different forces into Momifi, this particular location down through here, this plains. Now, one thing you'll sort of notice is that we even though they've got their dominion in here, we've been able to push our growth into here a little bit, which is actually good. If we have a look across to here, we can see that there's got death areas in through there. This is going to be 3 deaths. We can see that they're really going to be focused very, very heavily on death and death magic. They don't control these, but their dominion is controlling these. And so even when we come back into here, we happen to have 3 growth. We can get up to 4 growth technically. Asphodel has actually got 5. Plothini is 3. So again, we're wanting to raise these up. We want these to be 4, because 4 will then make the plains, like this one here, means that every turn that we do while this is at least 4 growth, there's a chance it'll turn into forest, which is exactly what we want. So we want to have forest everywhere. We are building into here a building palisades, and we're just doing an auto search here now for sites. So we'll start to sort of do site searching at this point in time as well, just so we can get sort of different gems as they sort of come back through. Also, just as a bit of a summary as to where we actually are in the game, we've got way over here, working our way up into Packwoods, we've got our main character, Chirocles, is our god, our pretender god, and it is moving up now to start to take over the low-level areas. We also have we're picking up these carrion commanders every so often, so they're just going and picking up the different carrion forces, like sort of the undead in the actual forest itself. Hi, Kat, how you going? And so we'll just sort of keep on moving these ones through. Don't think there's much else. If I just go and press N, everyone is now, we finished off our turn, ready to go. Let's just see the scripting of what we have for this attack. This one will be an easy-ish one for us to go and take. But once we get started here, we're going to be wanting to roll up a lot of what they do very, very quickly. So let's have a look and see. If I just press the Y key, I can then see the different groups that are coming back through. So we have a few different units in through this other side. I've got like carrion. These are carrion furies from Asphodel. These are not mindless, but these are sort of like large minotaurs. I might even change these to do other things. I've got hold and attack closest with those. Because I don't have very many of them, what I wouldn't like them to do is to be destroyed or sort of run, like they're not going to run. Their morale is very, very high. So they shouldn't actually run from any attacks. But The concern here is that they're going to, like when you have a low level group of forces, it can impact the morale of everyone else around them if they suffer too much damage. So that's why you don't want to have tiny forces. But what I can do is I can change those to guard commander. So they'll become like a bodyguard unit, which doesn't then count on the actual list of squads that this particular commander can have. So I could throw another squad back into with Carpathus, actually. That might be worth doing. Carpathus is our best commander, gives extra morale boosts. So in that sense, even though he can lead 200 troops, 200 undead, he can also lead just 200 mundane troops. And I'm thinking that, see, these have got +0 morale. They're really the ones that are going to be, we're going to need to have the high morale with. Now, they've already got a morale of 17, plus they're going to have extra morale all sorts of different ways. It's just technically slightly better for me to have them with Carpathus than with Sev. So I think I'll move them up into Carpathus's group. They still get the +1 extra morale in through there, which is going to be useful. I could have also moved these up, but their morale is incredibly high. These are mindless undead, so I'll keep them with Supreme Plague. So his Supreme Plague has just got like a big bunch of them based in the middle of the map. So all of these different things are running from the middle, and then the others, the more detailed ones, are then coming from the side. Actually, the Black Centaurs. These are probably even better for Carpathus to have, I think. So I'll move them up into Carpathus's group. They're over on the right-hand side of the battlefield. This is the front line through here, and so we're just sort of setting up where they actually are. As far as our scripting is concerned, we've got Carpathus is just going to be protecting himself, skeletal body, personal bark skin, regeneration, ray skeletons. So essentially just sort of going to do skelly spam, is what that's called when you start to do that one. Hi, Resmelin, how you going? Cat's saying after Dominions, you need to play dad games to be dad tactics. Yeah, like real simulator. Don't even know what that is. Or pay taxes simulator. There we are. I'm good at that. It's funny, you know. I hate playing those games because it's like, you know, anything that's too close to real life stuff. Yeah. It's just gaming should be escapism, not just remembering like all the stuff you haven't done yet. Anyway, Supreme Plague is we've got Divine Blessings here with Sev. Sev is our prophet. So Divine Blessing will then bless all of the sacred units. These are all sacreds in through here. And we're going to be able to really push hard with these. I'm hoping we can sort of really get through a lot of this without too much drama. Now, they're using Regrowth in through here. So Puppet Mastery and then Regrowth. Now, in through Supreme Plague is a priest, a high-level sort of undead priest, who is going to be using Final Rest a lot for like trying to destroy the undead. So that's sort of the plan that we actually have going in. Let's just end the turn and see what happens, I guess. Now, the other thing on the other side here is that we do actually have a smallish group that we can sort of see in here from Marignan. So Marignan controls this particular province. Now, I would have liked to have crept over even more, like this sort of loops around and we end up sort of being back on the other side there again. But I would have enjoyed having at least this area myself, but I don't want to go to war with Marignan. I don't think we can sort of see the. If we ever try to look at the different groups, we've got the nation overview. That's ours. Read messages. Where's the other ones? Should be up in here. Pretenders of the world. Here we go. Yeah, so this is the relationship. Now, they're apprehensive at this point in time. So I can declare war and do it this way, where I actually do send a missive, like to actually officially declare war. Or if I attack, this is actually where the game is. There's a lot involved in what goes on with this. Now, I could declare war, but I'm going to then waste a turn. So you can see Marignan is actually apprehensive with us as well. This is newish in the game. Well, it's new in the game, actually, in Dominion 6. I'm still just going to do a normal attack. There's no real big negatives with that, other than that people will then know that we attack without declaring war. But I'm just going to hope that, well, they're at war with I think that they're at war as well. Not that we can really tell that. If you have a look and see Chargo, we're not going to get any sort of detail about what the go is there with them being at war. But let's just go in, because we have to stop. We have to stop Ermor. Ermor is going to be they're the exact worst for us. Okay, Resmelin has redeemed a custom reward. Sign me up. Now, we don't have any massively powerful leaders yet. I don't have much in the treasury either. Just let me go and I'll just do another recruitment, but I won't actually. Yeah, I've only got 215 gold in through there. None of these are really worth getting just yet, I don't think. So I'll like, just remind me if I don't redeem something. I'm just thinking that will we have many more? Excuse me, I'm not 100%. I'm just going to get more of these. I can only get 2. That's okay. I only get 2, but that'll be all right. So we'll just go that way. We're spending our money trying to build up this this particular location here, and then we can scroll. We can then sort of start to move our way up and towards Ermor itself. In fact, it's interesting. They haven't really done much here. Yeah, I'll still keep on going with this way. I would like to take Green Harbour as well, but let's just end our turn here. All right. Now, Philia, the Black Dryad, has found a magic site in Stonegrave. Farm of Plenty, that's going to be good. So, and then we've got one of Trockley's crippled units died in the march across, and there was a battle in Packwoods, and there was a battle in Montfy. Now, Packwoods is going to be an easy one for us. This is just going to be literally our commander coming in. So the commander, whoops, we do need to get some units to help the commander itself. And we have a force here of one of these guys, just Jaguar Tribe Warriors. So they're not really going to be all that powerful. So they're going to kill off the force that we end up having. Morale is 30. We really shouldn't have any real big problems here. They should be able to wipe out our main forces. And we're casting Frighten on their troops. Here we come. Here we come. Now, we don't regenerate, even though our what we do is to regenerate. The main thing is we're going to be causing fear. Now, we've got 174 hit points in through this other side at this stage, so we're extremely powerful. Oh, that's not good. 132. Jeez, this could be a big mistake. Come on, just hit them. Scare them off. It's their morale. This is such a low morale. Down to 60. Wow, we're taking a lot of damage here. We're going to have to be very careful if we survive this. But we've run. Jeez, that's interesting. That's interesting. I didn't think that would happen. We've been routed. Well, at least we survive. That was a bit lucky. That was a bit lucky. That wasn't really all that good. So we're going to have to plan a bit better with that one. Right, so we make it out of there. We'll just quit that one back out. So that was when we have a look at this particular one. We've gone in. We've lost all of our mannequins, Carrion Woods and Carrion Horse. We retreat details, successfully retreated to Druidland. So we did make it back out of there just on our own. Not great. Not a great start. Not a great start to this one. Let's just go and see how we go in the Battle of Montfy. And we'll view this battle, and I think I'll just pause this straight away. We'll just put R to get the round counter up. We're going to press C to colour the squares underneath the different units. Press G to get the grid, so we can sort of see the actual grid of what we actually end up having. We can then also press number 3, so we can actually have a look at the log, the battle log, as we do this. And I'm going to press slow motion, which is Z. I think X is super slow motion. And so this is what we're dealing with. Let's have a look and see what we're actually up against. Now it looks like we go up against living creatures. So these are horse brothers. These aren't going to be all that powerful. There's a commander back there. So the horse brother commander, lowish level leadership in that other side. We've got some undead in through here, ghouls from Montfi. So mainly just local recruits. So we're going to find that they'll be not really doing a lot with their growth. So they're trying to bring up to raise their own dead, but we want to do the same sort of thing, to be honest. So that's going to be what will happen. I won't do it in slow motion. I'll just allow it to continue on. So we have our different ones sort of starting. So all of them are now casting their different spells. These are now being pushed forward, the carrion in through there. The others that we actually have are holding back for a little bit of turn. Here we go. Now we should be able to smash into the back with these black centaurs and the black minotaurs as well. Now that's the leadership. We need to destroy the leadership. These have been blessed, so these have now got regeneration, and so they regenerate essentially 10% of their health, of their hit points. It comes back and regenerates. Whenever we see a little greenish sort of like very light green number, that means it's regenerating. That's all regeneration in through there, which is survivability. And we've smashed all of these. They're coming through now. I might just press number 2, just get the basic log file in through there. Some of these did take a bit of damage, but nothing sort of too bad. Alright, that's good. So we've now got the Battle of Montfi. We did lose 12 mannequins, 1 Mandragora and 1 Carrion Wolf. That's okay, we sort of expect to lose those. They're our chaff. But we didn't lose any of the important ones, which are the Black Centaurs and Black Minotaurs. You can see the Black Centaurs there did 41 of the kills, so they're incredibly important to us. The Horse Brothers, yeah, they all sort of basically got killed off, plus Province Defence. There was a Mound King in there as well as the Province Defence, but that's good. We've sort of cleaned those ones out. Unexpected events occurred in Druidland. Unrest went up and magic went up, so that's okay-ish, I guess. A worldwide event has occurred as well, so this will be a deathmatch competition is scheduled in the arena. The event will take place on the astral plane. The participants must leave now to get in there and to get there in time. In addition to all the fame, the winner of the game will receive a powerful magic artifact. Each pretender god may send 1 champion to the competition, and any previous arena champions must try to defend their title. May the strongest man win. So this is an arena battle, but I don't really have anyone strong enough to do this. I don't think. I might have a look at some of the undead that we actually have. I would like to do it. What have we got in there now? Yeah, there's still nothing much in there. We've just got carrion. I'm feeling like I should go back in here again. But we need a different way of doing that. Our Dominion has been pushed out of the Stonegrave Mountains. So that's auto search. They're just going to keep on going off and searching everywhere else. Palisades are still being built. Now I can't go from there to there, but I can go from there to there. I could split up my forces, you know, and actually go up into here, which would be good. I think I'll just keep on pushing up. So what have we got in here? Horse's Vale. Yeah, this allows the recruitment of horse brothers. So sort of like horse-mounted barbarians. Okay. So John Mann is saying, if you have to pick one and drop the other, Dominions or Conquest of Elysium, I don't have enough friends to pick Dominions consistently. Dominions, I tend to play single player most of the time, to be honest. Depends on, like, I think if you're looking for like an actual strategy game, then Dominions, absolutely. If you're looking for more of a role play type game, then Conquest of Elysium would be I think is the way that the devs even sort of split that for themselves, is that they tend to sort of go like Conquest of Elysium is much more about roguelike experience. There we are. TMI is in saying Dominions personally. Yeah, for me, I prefer Dominions more than Conquest of Elysium, but the whole idea of Conquest of Elysium is to be a more of a roguelike and more of a role play type game. So you sort of you become a bit more immersed in the story, and the story, they're both really, really good games. But for me personally, I like Dominions better because I think I like strategy games better. But that's really the only sort of real reason. Now, Monfy, let's just go and put our province defence up. So we just end up with a bit in through here. It's going to be sort of a bit of a gateway area. And we will be wanting to build another location in here as well, another fortress, just to sort of protect this particular region. I could split off my forces into the ones that can't get through, but I'm thinking I'm just going to take this particular location. These are militias, heavy infantries and light infantries. The Stag Lake, I've got Tritons in there. I could go in with my undead, but I don't think I will. There's no real value in that one, I don't think. So they're not going to be able to really raise big armies to come and attack me on land if they've only got Tritons in there. So if they've recruited Tritons, that's sort of stuck. They're stuck in there. So I think we just move forward. We do actually have this little water, this river. There's a crossing there across the water, or I go through here into Runia. Is going to be this little province. So I think we'll just keep on rolling our way forward. Let's just have a look at the if we go into the army setup. There's nothing that was actually built through there. So it looks like we don't have any actual. Looks like there's no. Oh, there are corpses. There's some corpses. We just haven't done anything with it. We don't have any dominion in here. That's what the trouble is. So let's go and move up a little bit into Norfangs, and we'll start to at least control this region. So we'll just grab our forces again and just move up into this independent little area. They can march through the water and come back up against me, so I have to be a little bit careful of that. Let's go next. We do have now we're trying to find other locations. So what have we got in here? I think we'll go up. Let's go all the way up to that one there. I should find different lift, like these are the various, I can sort of fly across with these. These are just small harpies that we've got to do our scouting. So we've got two commanders in here. Now these are low level. Is this one? Yeah, that one's only low level as well. So these are 18 hit points, size 3, no protection. Defense is not too bad. I'm thinking of sending one of these in as the to see if they can actually make it, but I don't want to give Resmelin one of these guys. I just don't think they're going to last. They do have sleep vines. They may do okay. I'm just thinking in who we send off into the actual, away into the. To sort of a fight in the arena, and there's no one really that we want to do that with. I don't think these aren't going to change. Magic resistance is high. That doesn't matter. I don't have any sort of anything I can actually give them either. Claws and hooves. Hit points 18 is good. Strength 13 is good as well. The attack skill is only 10. I might just send one of these in. It really doesn't matter that much. So let's go and and send this guy in to compete in the arena deathmatch. I do have stronger forces. I think what I'd prefer to do is I will go and actually get like a thug commander as well, and I'll give that to Resmelin. So I'm sort of now mindful that we'll try to get something like that coming in. So let's go and do a recruitment in here. So the Panic Apostates, these aren't any good at fighting, but these are the Centauride. This one here is a priest. It is also it's priest level 1 and also sacred, and does actually have will have some magic. Now that's not going to be all that helpful in the actual attacks. So these are stealthy. I'm just thinking of trying to get like a thug commander. This one's the same sort of deal as well. This one uses a longbow. This one here uses a short bow. Yeah, it's the same, very much the same sort of deal. These ones are inspirational. Increase morale to all troops, making them less likely to break in combat. Do they both have that? Yeah, they do. Just double check. So they're inspirational, but this one here, the Minotaur Lord, 29 hit points, 17 strength, size 4, attack skill 11. Yeah, natural protection there of 9, defense skill of 9, bronze battle axe, lots of damage. Berserker. This is the guy. So this will be Resmelin. So I'm going to bring one of these in to be to essentially be the start of our super combatants, or our thugs, not even a super combatant, just a thug level unit. And so we'll bring that one in. I can bring in two essentially, but I'm thinking I'll bring in another. This is 2 commander points. That's 2 commander points there as well. I do need to keep on getting more of the black centaurs. This one is not a. This one doesn't actually have. We can't bless those, so the regeneration won't come from this one. These ones, if they did get into the fight, we could actually take away their longbow. God, it's a bit. This is a better unit in a lot of ways. This one's got better leadership. I'll keep it this way, I think. So I'll just read a few more of the comments. Sorry, I've missed a fair few. So TMI is saying, especially with Dominions now seeming to be more embracing of the idea of planes and layers with 6. Yes, so we do actually have multiple planes, and certainly Conquest of Elysium really embraces that. Tree Dead versus Legion Dead. Yeah, neat. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. I like this idea of having Asphodel fighting Ermor. It's going to be sort of fun, I think. So it is the different types of dead. Yeah, so TMI sending a Minotaur into the arena would be a bit of a cliche. Still 3 attacks on 10 attack skill. Yeah, so I think that, well, I don't actually, I'm not going to have the ability to send a Minotaur in. I don't actually have any, have I got any Minotaurs? Do we have, oops, hang on, exit. Actually, we do. Sev is a Minotaur. We do have the heroic ability. So he actually has Jinn blood in his veins as well. So his attack skill goes up to 15. Defense skill 13. I actually don't think Sev can lose this. If he goes off, does that mean that we can't send him into the fight? I think that's our best move. Let's do that. Let's send Sev into the death match. Just leave all of them to defend here for a second. So you can compete in the death match. You can reanimate mannequins. Or actually, what I might do is I might do a should be able to pray. And then you can search for magic sites. So we'll just do that. We'll just stay where we are for one turn, and then we'll move off. So we'll go that way. These other ones are sort of picking up. We're picking up more and more of these. The carrion from in around here. I'll still bring the other one in as for Resmal, and he can then sort of join the other group as well. And we can, that way, at least we'll have like a thug. We'll start to get some thug commanders as well into the actual mix. But Sev, at least Sev can then go off and do the fight. Now, did I send in that when they were just going to patrol the province? Now, I'm going to be wanting to get one of these across into with Chirocles. Now, one of the troubles we have is I was going to move across into the Great Wood. I think I still can. Let's just go back into here again. And do we do? Yeah, we've got some province defense in through there. So that was a little bit too much for us. We've got more Jaguar tribe warriors in through there, about 20. There's still actually a lot. There's about 40 there. We would have killed some, but not a hell of a lot. Now, Chirocles has got 182 hit points. There's no damage that was done in that last attack. The trouble we have is we need to keep on fixing him up. And so we need to actually have these guys to help out. Also with our research, if we're going to start doing thugs, I'm going to get rid of conjuration. We've got, I'll get rid of those. I'll get rid of alternation. Let's get to construction level 4. Let's just go that way and then start to sort of build up after that. Yeah, I'll just get those up to level 3s afterwards. All right, that'll do us. And I'm thinking of sending in one of these just to help. I could send one of them. They're if I move that one, yeah, that one can't actually move. It can move to there, but not to there. I can move across to there, but I want to keep the fights going. So I'm going to move, I'll move that one up. Chirocles should be able to defeat this one. So we're going to move through the water here. This one can actually traverse through the water. I think we can still retreat that way if we have to. Let's see how we go. The thing we don't, unfortunately, we don't get the regeneration here, but we can still do that one through spells. So I'll just keep that one sort of coming back through. Let's just go back to our recruitment. I will grab another one of these black dryads. What about the dryad hags? These aren't too bad either, but they just cost a bit. 370 versus 215. I might throw one of those in. Oh, we can't afford it. In that case, we'll just grab one of those. It's going to take a couple of turns to get one of those. All right, so that's we're going to spend one turn to have is it Sev? Yeah, Sev going off for the death match. Okay, so we've still got. So TMI is saying, any thoughts about using a Carrion Lord for it due to the fear it has? That's a point. So well, the Carrion Lords, these. Yeah, this Supreme we've got a Carrion Centaur in through here, which does have reanimation, undead. There's no fear there. I don't think I've got a Carrion Lord as such. These are just Carrion Commanders. They also don't have fear. I think I'm happy with sending in Sev. I think that Sev will do well here. So, Anyway, we'll see how we go. TMI is saying, is gin blood a normal heroic trait? I've never seen it before, actually, so that's a new on me. Let's go, and I'll just read some of the comments now from YouTube. Wow, I've missed a lot here, guys. I'm sorry about this one. So Sithel's saying AI diplomacy is really, really simple in Dominion 6 and far more advanced than it was in previous games. Yeah, that's very, very true. It is very, very simplistic. But it does have a set of rules where even wars, well, if you don't attack someone for a certain length of time and they don't attack you, if there's no combat that goes on. I forget how long it is. I think it's about a year. Or it may even only be 6 months or something like that. There'll be the state of war will disappear. So that's sort of one thing that will actually end up happening. And I think that we're going to end up with bad boy points for attacking without warning. So they've sort of introduced things to help with multiplayer. Really is what that's there for human versus human. But the AI still does make simple use of it. What did we get up to? Sorry. Yeah, we've got death by 1,000 cuts, says Sithel. Cats and saying the god will get afflictions. I'm not sure which one's that's about. Would like a more detailed sprite work, says Sithel. But also, well, if they did have more detailed art, like if the graphics were better than this, they wouldn't be able to do what they do. To be honest, like there's thousands, I think, of different types of units in the game, all with little hand drawn sprites. So it works because of this, I think. If this was full 3D or anything like that, it just wouldn't. Many of the games that do 3D end up being so limited in the scope, whereas Dominions is just so broad. The scope just is crazy with Dominions. I do actually catch us saying the Vanilla Sprite rework mod, which I am running actually. Okay, problem is that you still just have two sprites when it comes to animation. That's true. You've got an attack sprite and a standing sprite. So we're seeing all the standing sprites. When they attack, they just have their hands go from that to that, something like that. I think there's a death one now as well. I think that they can actually allow to have them dead on the ground. I think. So I think they're a bit more than what they had originally. So Slobodan is saying, I think the sprite work is fine personally. Perhaps more animations per action. Yeah, I think that would be good. But then again, that's a multiplier for like every single sprite that has to be re-added on. I'm glad that they changed them to just ping files. It used to be BMP files where they used like a magenta as the transparency, and they got rid of that, which is good. It was. I still remember when I first came across the game and was looking at doing mods, and thought, "Oh wow, that's really, really old." And that was way, way back in Dominions 2. Thought there's better ways of doing that one. Carnivore is saying, "Hey, I hope you are feeling better today. I watched episode 1 of this earlier. Just wanted to drop by and say hi. Watch this later. Yeah, thank you for that one. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still blocked up a bit and a bit of a croaky throat." So this is saying, yeah, you put in a champion. Yeah, there we go. Feels like you need more temples. I do need more temples. They cost me a lot of money. And so the treasury is the problem that we have at the moment. So I need to sort of keep on building to a degree with my blessable units and then sort of start to try to expand. So we're going to be expanding a little bit here because I can control it, and here at Montfi. So Montfi will be another. You can see there it's a really nice location for blocking things. There's no real way. There is a way across here if this pass opens up, but it's not really going to open up. So I've got 2 entrances into my territories, and so I will be blocking those up. I will be putting temples in theirs as well once I get the palisades built, but I don't have enough to build a palisade here just yet either. And then we'll sort of move across. I want to get this forest under my control, so we'll keep on expanding up. But I do want to also then get a presence right next to Ermor and maybe put a temple and another palisade in there if I can. That's the grand plan of what we then end up doing. This is saying Asphodel tends to like temples. Well, they like temples, but particularly in forests. So forest is ideally for us where we sort of expand into. Cat's saying the Rap East, West and North should get dizzy, so I deactivate it. I don't mind the east-west. North-south I don't like so much. So, so they're saying, think of it like you're playing on a donut. Yeah. All right. So, and then back to Twitch. So, hi, XE19G. So, hi, hello. So, TMI saying, honestly, I would just take more content, especially of American and South Asian origin. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's sort of. I actually prefer limited, to be honest. I really like the Warhammer mod for that reason. It really limits to just the Warhammer factions, and I love that mod. Where you basically get rid of all of the base game stuff from the game, and just have like Warhammer. So I quite like that limitation. I mean, you say limitation, but it's still got like 19 odd factions or something. So it's still a biggish mod. That's a great mod actually for this game. But it sort of changes the game probably a bit too much. Well, I think that's all we really need to do. Everyone has sort of moved. We've got our forces moving around everywhere. Where are they all? Yeah, no, we're flying into different locations, just trying to do the scouting everywhere. I did have another scout somewhere else, but I can't think of where it is. All right, well, let's leave it there. We've got a little bit in our treasury, but not a hell of a lot. Actually, can we not do more recruitment? No, we can't. Oh, the holy points. We're actually out of holy points there. I'll save up the money. And we'll just see how we go. Now, will Ermor attack us? Yes. Oh, there's the Battle of the Arena. Well, let's do the arena stuff first and just sort of see how we go. It looks like, spoiler alert, looks like we end up going a fair way through this particular fight. So let's just see how we go. So there's a battle in the arena. We get to see everyone's, actually. So this will be fairly interesting. Pythium attacking Marignon. So what have they got? So Pythium has got, and essentially they take away the magic items. So we've got Holy Avenger back in through here. So this is one is a priest level. So with what that one's doing against a body ethereal, that's going to be interesting. So this is a witch hunter. So the ethereal body is going to make them quite difficult to hit with non-magical weapons. One thing I forgot to do was to re-script what we were doing. I should have just I forgot to script our guy doing blessings. I think this one's going to win. Yep, that's only got 10 hit points though. Killed that one. Mind burn, actually that's a good one. Oh, wow. So that was a mind burn. So that one's fairly powerful. Look at this guy, the Thurg, back in through there. So that's Pythium. That's the that's sort of the not quite as dead as Ermor Romans. All right, then we have another battle. Ermor attacking Vanheim. Now they're using their Skullbreaker, their Prophet is still alive. I thought that this one wasn't alive anymore. That's going to be interesting if this one continues on through. 37 hit points. And then we've got Vanheim in through here with a Vanjal. Vanjals are going to be fairly powerful. So they just, I didn't actually script mine at all. I should have. Okay, they've sent in elementals. Elementals should be powerful enough to destroy these, but this, there goes another elemental. So far doing a good job. It should be ethereal as well. Yeah, it is. Taking a bit of damage. Just speed it up. Killed the elementals. It is regenerating a little bit. It's 27 now. I'm going fast. I'll go super fast. That's interesting. So it's just spamming the skeletons now. Is it just a priest? Yeah, it's only a priest level. That's interesting. It is blessed. It's got a lot of blessings. Withering weapons. That's interesting, actually. And down to 9 hit points. The horse itself is also down to 9, taking a fair bit of damage. I don't think it can last. This is combat round 53 now already. It's doing a good job. There we go. It's run away. Okay, we'll quit out of that one. And then we have another one down through here. So we've got the... In fact, it looks like we'd lose this, I think. Or maybe not. We've got the battle in the arena. This is Urmor versus the other. Pythia versus Urmor. So the two ancient Romes. I'll speed this up as well. I think it's going to be taking a bit of time. Oh, it actually did damage to it. It's down to 2. Oh wow, it did it. It did it. That was pretty amazing. Solar rays is what it actually did. So it actually is very good at fighting against Urmor. Then we have our attack. We'll just watch this one in some detail. So we're going up against this guy which doesn't like the undead, but we're not the undead. So we'll see what actually happens in through here. So Holy Avenger, that's good. Actually, it is casting. It's not using the scripting that we had given it, which is fine. And I don't think we get the... yeah, we are blessed. So we get regeneration anyway. So we don't need to do any of the other ones. So Holy Avenger is going to be good. They're casting Blessing. Let's just watch it and see what actually happens in through here. Holy Word. It's not going to really do anything. Word of Thorns. It's doing Mind Burns. How's our magic resistance? 13 is not too bad. Yeah, this is only 14. Not that it really matters that much. If we just get close enough and stop using the spells, we need to start to use our abilities. There we go. That was a big mind burn there. Now, what are we down to? We're down to 13. Trampling. Got him. 1 hit. There we are. Regeneration back again. And so that was a pretty cool battle there in the end. So it was the big battle axe that actually did the damage. And deathmatch results. Congratulations to Sev82, the Minotaur Lord, who won the arena deathmatch. So I think if we had used any of the undead, we would have been killed very, very quickly. Yeah, the champions. So what he ends up getting is the champion's helmet. 485 gold and 13 sparkling fire gems were awarded as a prize. Awesome stuff. That's awesome. So we got that one through there. Worldwide event has occurred as well. So this is the arena battles that we just saw. Unexpected event has occurred in Stonegrave Mountains. We ended up with some extra nature gems, which is useful. There's a battle in the Great Woods. So let's have a look and see this one. This one's going to be of interest to us because if we lose this one, we're in a bad way. Now, doing raised skeletons and things, I don't know if this is a good idea for me to do this. I need to get into and amongst them fairly fast, but I do need support. The Gift of the Hare should give us a speed boost. Just seeing if I can see what that adds in. Casting Frighten. Ideally, we need to destroy their morale. If I can get one of them to do it, they'll start to run pretty quickly. I think with what they have is that they end up attacking the sling. The sling does blunt damage. And that's we sort of are relying more on people using piercing damage against us because we've got resistance against that. Like if we have a look at the at what we end up having with the attacks, we are pierce resistant there, but we're not blunt resistant. So we end up with having like a this unit is difficult to damage with piercing weapons. Will only take half the normal damage from these attacks. So archery is not great against us, because of that sort of undead nature of what we do. Now they're running already, so their morale has dropped. What about the rest of these guys? Yeah, these are still in there. These have got disease. Now does anyone else have it? Because if we find others, yeah, that one's got disease as well. This may not be a location that we really want to be keeping anything living in. The fact that we're sort of seeing diseased forces in around here is a problem, potentially a problem. We're down to 161, we should be okay. We do have like a fear aspect as well, like this, we've got a fear of 5. So this creature is so horrific to behold that nearby enemies turn to flee unless they are brave beyond belief. Creatures that cause fear are exceptionally good at pillaging provinces. The morale penalty from fear is capped to the fear value, or at most 10 points. So a higher fear value, yeah. So anyway, that's going to be okay. It just means that their morale is going to be checked all the time. There should be more running. Come on, there we go. They're now running. So the different groups. Well, there must be multiple groups in here as well. Yeah, this one's got disease as well. It's not coming from us. Yeah, that one's disease. Yeah, this province is one that we have to avoid. There we go. More of them are running. Yeah, they're all running. They've been routed. So we take this province. Again, it's a forest province, so it's disease isn't a problem for us if we're using carrion. Like they're sort of immune to disease. We have a look and see what's going on with these. So the us being undead, not afflicted by disease or old age. So the undead aspect sort of stops us from being any real concern. But this is a province I'm not going to move living troops into. So that's good where that is. We'll just quit out of that one. So that particular one was a successful fight. Now it says -5. We actually we ended up making 5 mannequins from when we were attacking these warriors. So as we were attacking them, I don't know if you saw that we were changing some of them into our own forces. So that was good. We did find a magic site, the Druid's Grave as well, back in that particular location. Conjuration is now complete. Might just double check that. Yeah, we've now reached level 2. That's okay. going after construction, because I do want to thug out my units a little bit. And thugging them out just means sort of getting them with different units. Now, they've brought in a whole lot of different undead into here. Let's have a look at Sev. So Sev now has the champion's helmet. And if we have a look into what this one does, morale +4, or +1, the inspirational +2, luck, quickness. The item cannot be removed, so he has to wear this. No one, he can't pass it off to anyone else, such as Resmelin, who we have now got on the map. So that's all good. Lots and lots of experience here. So that was a good attack. I mean, he didn't have it all his own way, but he's doing very, very well. The more experience he gets, the more powerful he becomes as well. Now, we do want to sort of move off. I'm a bit worried about all these long deads and things that we've actually now got in here as well. So let's just go and sort of set up a different sort of attack. This one here is going to be renamed to... did I spell that one right? Let me have a quick look. Resmelin, yep, that's good. So that one is named, so we've got Resmelin, the Minotaur Lord. Now, I do want to have the Minotaur Lord, I do want to move off to join up with this other army. So we do want that one heading up that way. We need to keep on crushing Ermor as much as we possibly can. Ermor has not tried to take this particular throne. So that throne is, look, we've got a spy in that location, just hiding and waiting. The group in through here, we now actually have Dominion in here, which is good. So this is actually excellent. Sev we use for spells. Let's move them off. Take this next location. We're auto-searching in through there now. We're still building the palisades in there. We have 1,400. Still not enough to build another palisades down this way just yet. Just go and move a few of these across. So we've taken the Great Woods. Now we have the Old Forest. So we're now going to move into the Old Forest in here. This has got 60 enemy units. So let's move Chirocles in, and let's move Epiphania in as well. And, can't actually get there. That's interesting. Now, what have we got in there? There's about 60 enemy units. These are mainly light infantry, militias, and archers. Because they're not using blunt weapons, I think we're going to be okay. I think I'll still just leave that one where that is. And because I do want to get these forest provinces. Yeah, so I can't use her to cross over. She can. In that case, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go and do an auto site search with this one. Just so we can try to find other locations. Now, the Farm of Plenty is giving us, provide 75 supply points and population growth of 0.2. So not really great in terms of getting the gems. But we've got a lot of gems up there if we do want to start to sort of do special sort of spell casting. This one is moving. Now I'm not sneaking, I'm moving this one into here. Let's go and press Y and set up the actual battle orders for how this is going to then work. Before we do that, let's just go and press T and grab all of these and come in with these. So they're just going to do their own thing. But that way at least we'll have a bit of chaff coming back in as well. Actually, these can move across. Yeah, I can move these as well. All right, we've got another carrying commander back in through here. I'll just go back into press T and just grab all of these different units. Might as well keep these together now, I think. And pick up this carrion as well. So a big swathe of different units. So they're all moving in. We don't have any other commanders that can actually sort of get into that location. So now if I press Y, I can then see the actual attack coming into this particular location. And we can set these up now, a little bit more different with what we're doing. So we've got raised skeletons in through there, personal bark skin, skeletal body. So these here give us better protection. Frighten, and then we just basically go at that point. If we just go back across, we've got none. There's none of the orders, but I think I'm just at that point. I really want to just do physical attacks. Now we did actually have, they were casting that hair, so I might actually get rid of one of these and cast a specific spell. Gift of the Hair. What does this one do? Yeah, some soldiers are given quick feet. Combat speed is doubled. Yeah, that's actually a very, very good one. I think we'll start there. Then we'll cast a specific spell. Then we want to do skeletal body. The body of the caster dries up and becomes impossibly thin and skeletal. Piercing weapons hitting the caster will cause less damage. I think we have that anyway. I don't know if we were casting that. Doesn't affect illusions or spirit form, so it still should affect us. And then we actually have the personal bark skin. More vulnerable to fire, which should still be okay. Let's do personal bark skin. I'll try skeletal body. Fear I like just because it can try to sort of scare them off. Yeah, none of those are going to do it, so I'll just do 2 frightens there. That'll be okay. Then we'll just do attack. Closest enemy. All right, that should be fine. So that's Chirocles. That's his attack. The other attacks in through here, I'll just leave. I might even move them even further forward. Just have a horde of them coming in. And it would be good to have done a site search with the death magic just to see if there was a place there that was causing disease. But I think there was back in that previous location. So all of those are set up. These are just going to stay behind troops. I'll set this one to stay behind troops as well. And this one here, we need to have special orders here. So this one is a priest. So we're going to cast a specific spell. So the first thing we want to do is to try to protect it. So we've got blurred body. It's very difficult to hit in melee. Now I'm not expecting it to be hit in melee, so I'm thinking personal bark skin. Or skeletal body, maybe both. Personal bark skin, but the main reason that this one is in here is to buff our commander with Mend the Dead. We've got actually regrowth is the one. This one affects undead beings. Yeah, actually this one, yeah, it's unholy prayer that instantly mends the bones, vines and roots of a mannequin or carrion beast. So like there's more of them around, but ultimately we want this one to just keep on doing these. Quick roots is quickens the vines, reanimating mannequins. Yeah, I don't think I'll worry about that one so much. There's a lot we can do with the spells in through here, but this is the these are the important ones, I think. Let's do that one. And the dead. What's the fatigue on this one? Nothing. And then just cast spells. Yeah, let's just cast spells like that. So hopefully with that we'll keep our mannequin alive if we end up in difficult fights. So this is the idea of that one there. Let's just go across. Just keep on having a bit more of a look around. There's Shiniyama there. That's their capital. Vanheim is really quite large. So Resmelin, we want to take the groups that we've now got. So just go back into T. Throw those in. Pop those in there as well, and we'll just take all of those as well. Oh, can't lead undead units. Okay, forget that. Forget that then in that case. So just start to move it up. I'm feeling we're going to need to come back and defend this at some point. Let's just go back into recruitment. And we do need to just keep on getting more of the researchers. And then just keep these coming as well. Even without the others, I don't think we'll worry about getting anything else other than that. Actually, that's sort of keeping us, yeah, we've still got 1,000 points. I may even come back and start building the palisades there fairly soon. I'll start to move up the various commanders that are in and around as well. These can all move across into that location. Even that one can get across there. So let's just go back into the group. It's got lots and lots of mannequins. So we'll move them in. That way we'll be able to, next turn, we should then be able to start a palisades in there as well. And we will be wanting to, we need to get more priests out and about to do different things. How are we going with the palisades? 3 months left. All right, so we've still got a bit of time here. It does take us a long time to do this. And getting a temple there would be great. Yeah, this is the Great Woods. We think there's disease here. It would be nice to send someone in just to check that. Okay, everyone has now moved. Let's end our turn here. This one's saying, whoop, whoop, let the crushing begin. Okay, good. We're starting to find magic sites, which is good. Nightmare Tower, that should give us death gems, I would guess. One of Supreme Plague's crippled units died. That's okay. One of Chiricles' troops died as well. There was a battle in Runia. This is actually the one that we just did the scripting for. No, it's not. It's the other one. It's this one here, which is our main attack, which really shouldn't have too much trouble here. So we draw them into the middle, and then these guys can then get around the back. So we avoid those and just go straight for the leaders. Nope, they've actually deviated, and then these guys in here are coming up against heavy infantry. Most of them have bypassed. They're going everywhere. Okay, we've now got them running. They're running as well. I think it's over and done with. We only lost a couple of units, which is good. So that's all fine. Then we have a battle in the Old Forest. View the battle. So here's all that carrion now up front. got regrowth there, which is giving us regeneration. So they just cast. There was a whole heap of points that we just got from that one. Another 20 there. This is good stuff. We're up to 195 now. So having this sort of help in here is actually very, very cool. And hopefully they just stay doing this. Lost 1 point there. There we go, another plus 20. This is ideal for us. It just keeps us in the fights. Yeah, this regrowth is like absolutely what we need. Okay, off they go. That's good. All right, so that scripting is working quite well, actually. We did lose a fair few mannequins, etc., but again, our important guys did a good job. So that's all fine. Battle in Momfy. We'll look at this one. They're attacking us back in that other location. We'll view this battle. This could be interesting. Because we didn't script this. So they're attacking in with just a whole lot of these, their basic undead. These are only got 5 hit points. They're going up against masses of carrion, plus a whole lot of the horse archer guys, which aren't going to do a very good job against them. But we brought all these carrion in as well. So it'll be our carrion have got more hit points. They use sleep vines, which don't affect inanimate beings, which I think means they don't affect the dead, maybe. I'm not sure. Here's a minotaur, a carrion minotaur, which has come in. That's good. Yeah, they killed that one off. They should wipe each other out. Yeah, they do have the vines there, actually. That's just interesting. Yeah, it's not going to affect them all that much. Ticking in the throat there. Our commanders are fighting in here, which is a bit of a problem. These here are 15 hit points for the soulless. Yeah, they're overwhelming us now. Is that one of our commanders? No, their morale is dropped now. Yep, we've been killed. We've lost the fight, unfortunately. Okay, so we're going to need to get back across and fight that one. So we'll come back in for that one. So in that case, we ended up, they did lose a lot of their forces, like a hell of a lot. We also lost a lot of ours as well. So ours got wiped out, pretty much with all the carrion that we actually had. So it's undead versus undead there, which is interesting. Unexpected event occurred in Asphodel. Magic went up, but unrest went up as well. Unexpected event in through here. Wow, okay. The lair of a hideous troll has been found within where the bones of unfortunate travellers. Among the dreadful remnants, gold and magical gems were found. The troll itself escaped. So we have pills of water breathing has been gained. Now that's actually useful for any of the living creatures that we actually have. Glamour, yeah, heaps of gems, lots of gold. Good stuff. Now our troops in Ruania are starving due to lack of supplies. This is the trouble going into Ermor's territory, because they kill off the provinces, which is why we have to go back and sort of destroy what they do. Now, they will keep on pushing in different forces into here, which I can't really defend. I'll just press D and just go and get a little bit in there. But in reality, it's this one here is now the problem. So they ended up coming back through from here, I think, from this fortification, through the water down into here. That's sort of the progression of where they went. So our force here, I'm going to move them back because they are starving. And we'll just have a quick look and see if there's anything else. Like this one is, population is only 1,000 left here. This one here has got 4,000. Then we're starting to get the high level. So where their dominion hits and where we get the death, they kill off the population. We don't know what the population is there, but this is really, really bad. So this is essentially where we have to push back and get the growth as high as we possibly can in different locations. So I think we may even have to stop here and start to fight their dominion, and in here as well. We've still got growth, which is the important thing. We now have this group as well, where we can just keep on expanding. We're on the right side of the river. I think we'll move up. We'll take that location. Get a few of these locations anyway. Defense in here as well. Did we do defense there? No, we didn't. So we need to save up. Yeah, we didn't find anything there. This, yeah, these are now moving through. I'll move them back in with the other, like to join the other force, I think. Yeah, that one's auto-searching. That's a bit useless to search that one, but I'll actually did find this one here. Yeah, okay, it did find that one. That's sort of unusual. No, I didn't think you normally found things in these sorts of locations. Now, we haven't claimed that throne because that will then give us more death, and we don't want death, we want growth. So with the group in here, I'm just going to go and... these guys can't site search. This one here can. We're going to move up. All right, let's... This combination of these two together is really, really important. And what we'll do is we'll move these other ones across. So we'll just go back into here, just press T. And just bring all of these down into Girocles' group. And what we want to do is make sure that he actually starts off over here somewhere, just in front of the other commander. So they're moving off together. So that combination of having that one supporting this one works very, very well. These others can now start to move across. We've got more carrying down that way. Might even just sweep past and pick them up on the way through. Yeah, Polydukes is back there. Let's move that one back into that location. We've lost a minion in here, which means that Ermor's dominion is starting to push out a little bit. So we do need to get more of the priests and things in to build the temples. Momfi, we're going to have to set up a location, because that is going to be, you can see there it's a very critical location in terms of of very strategic points. So we'll get we'll build a palisades in there and also a temple. Ruinia is now like as a lost cause, and Norfangs will be as well. Looking at the amount of black candles we see there, even these will be there'll be a lot of death in here, and these will be sort of being the local population will be sort of being destroyed through disease, etc. So we'll keep on sort of pushing back up. Next, just keep on scouting around the place. Now I've got another one of those there. Might just do patrol province, and we'll just go back into this location. Oh, there we go. It's just these aren't actually mindless. I'll just leave them as well, just with that particular group. Okay, recruit. Now we still have one more turn of one of these coming back in. Hi Began, how you going? Yeah, me, myself and I were saying Titan Mandagora has feet, so add ranger boots, construction 3 for +2. Oh, yes, very good idea. Barkskin amulet for protection 10. Check how many inbuilt weapons it does lose from equipping the shield and spear. Yeah, it's well, once we get to construction, we'll sort of be able to do a bit more. I think I might even keep these rolling through. We've got the I don't think I need any more black harpies or anything, although it wouldn't be bad to just get a bit of a view. These don't have any sort of ability to secretly. These ones can. You know, I think I'm just going to keep on getting these, because I can actually start to use these to spread the word of God when they're hidden. They can actually hide and still preach, which is going to be very, very valuable to us. Just keep on getting the holy points set up there. So we've sort of dropped our gold amounts, but we are getting lots and lots of blessable troops, which is going to be valuable in the fights. Now the Resmelin I won't script because it's going to be an easy fight. There's nothing much. They could still bring more troops down this way if they wanted to. Defense, yeah, I've only got basic defense, and there's no real point holding on to Ruinia. We'll need to stop here and pick things up. I may even start to build this up and then move down into here first, get this established, and then move back up. Maybe even sort of swing back around the other side. Promised Land is interesting. That's going to be full of death now, and that would have been like a nice lush growth area. So cities and farmlands, and you can see just how prevalent their dominion actually is. We really need to push this dominion back. I think I'm going to have to start to move these across. So I'll sneak them out. I've only got two researchers at the moment. I do need to get more researchers. Maybe I'll just put that one back on research, and then we'll try to get more of them out and about. Now, Polydukes. I'll leave Polydukes where he is, just patrolling the province. Didn't I just set that one up to research? I thought I did. Don't know what I did. I may have clicked on something different there. We do want to get those. We want to start building equipment for our troops, particularly with the amount of gems that we have. We've got so many gems. So it would be pretty cool to be able to go and build some things just to help them out. All right, let's end our turn there. We also need to just keep on site searching. Oh, a few different attacks. Okay, got a couple in here. So yeah, one of the units died on the way back. There was a battle in Montfi. Let's view this battle. This one should be easy. Yeah, mainly just province defence. In fact, that's all that's there. Oh, and I screwed this up. Black Centaurs. I didn't script those coming in that side. These don't have the discipline. These ones here do. Let's just see if we can spot the difference, why that's the case. Morale of 16. Yeah, there's something in here that will tell us what they're likely to do. Attack skill. There's something that will like keep them in the to what they're actually, to what their what their mission actually is, which is to get to the back of the map. Both got the same goal. Precision, combat speed. I thought it was to do with morale, but I may be wrong about that. This one's got slightly better morale. Or attack skill. It's something like this. Or map speed. No, it won't be that. Yeah, I forget which one that it is. This won't be experience. These will keep going to the back, whereas these tend not. They tend to come in, which is actually okay in this case. Yep, that's over and done with. So we did lose 2 mannequins in that fight, and it was just province defence. So they did move off. Now Karnag is a different battle. This is actually, we'll view this battle, which is in here, which is interesting. So they're coming through. Now who do we have left? Not much. Just carrying in basic province defence. I think we're going to lose this. So they moved across as we moved in. We do have this large undead carrion behemoth, which has got a lot of hit points. That one may be a bit of a saving grace. Maybe able to trample. Yep. Yeah, it's trampling. That's good. That's actually very good. There we go. It's smashing its way through all of these. That's interesting to see it trampling across. This one's still doing well as well. Morale is only 11 here. This is that's militia that we're looking at. I was trying to look at this one here. That's the behemoth. There we go. Fury. So we've got 34 hit points there as well. We may do okay here. Doesn't know which way to go. Just keep on attacking, guys. Keep on attacking. That's good. We've sort of defended that one fairly well. And who have we got left in here? This is just a Mound King. And their morale has broken. All right, that's good. Now, they shouldn't have anywhere to be able to move off into. So they've been defeated completely. So they had no retreat. So that's good. Then there was a battle in Straw Point. Yes, they take the first lot of attention. The regrowth. So 195, already maximum there. So the regrowth will have gone into these other ones. We're going to suffer here a little bit. These are heavy infantry. what will happen. There's a fair force there. Come on, cast the regrowth. So got 184. Need them running. Jeez, this isn't good. We're at 124. Regrowth there a little bit. That's good. The Asphodel has routed. We're trying to get away. Down to 28. We're going to lose this. Oh, no. Okay, we got killed. Damn it. And there's no autosave. There's no. We can't go back and reload. That's it, basically. That's the end of our god. For now it is anyway. There's a battle in Scroll Point. Now that's going to dramatically impact everything we do from this point forward. So that was unfortunately a very, very poor outcome for us. Patrolling troops in Asphodel have killed 42 filthy brigands. Okay, we'll exit that one. So now we have a real dilemma with what we're going to now go and do, because we no longer have our god on the map. And that means that all of the blessings that we do, and look at this, we've got a big force coming in through here as well. They've now taken this location. We can get across, all of them can move across to there. We need to defend that. We've still got a big force of them in there as well. All right, so we're now on the ropes. This one did escape back into here. I'm just going to go and tell this one to go and do some site searching. Actually, we don't even need that all that much. What we need is need to bring that one across into here as well. And we need to, building the palisade should be one more turn to get these actually built. I'm going to go and raise the province defence here. Actually, what have we got left? We've got 1,700. Ideally, we build something else in here. I'm going to have now Resmelin. 5 months. If we can do it, that would be useful. But I don't think now's the time actually. Let's just leave Resmelin where he is. Let's go and offload the troops that he brought in. Put them in with that band. This should be strong enough to defeat most, any big army of Ermor. We should still be able to do it. Now that they've got to there, though, this is now a bit of an issue. And we really need to pump out the other forces. So that one moving across. We do need to establish a location here to push back this way, but Montfi is also important for us. We've got Karnag there. Still auto-searching down this way as well. I'll allow the auto-searching to continue. Yeah, we've got the Druid's Grave there as well. Getting more nature gems. These aren't great against the undead. I need to keep on building druid these sort of dryads. Well, now what we need to do is we need to call the god. Calling the god will require the work of many priests for many months, and more. The more the better. The priests are, the faster it will go. Now, do we need that, or do we need research? We've got 7 left to get construction level 2. all we can do at level 1 is just get basic items. This is all we can actually go and build. None of these are all that great. Black steel. Yeah, we don't have anyone that can even forge this stuff. Long strides, fish scale, silent boots. Yeah, so this is not really good enough. At level 2, we can then get more. And we will be wanting these. Here, these are all the different things we can then go and get there. There's the ranger's boots. Reinvigoration probably isn't really what we need for our god. It's really, I should stop thinking about what we can do with the god, but we do need to bring the god back in again. So I'll probably just keep one researcher on at this stage. Everyone else can just go back into calling the god. So this is a way that we bring the god back. So all of those researchers now go back into that. That's 6 priest levels that we've now got. I think we need 50 to be able to bring the god back in. Our god does come back in stronger when we do this. So I'm going to keep one site searching, one going across to build a temple. The others just keep on building these. So we'll just go back into recruitment. Got one more of them coming next turn. These are only level 2. These are level 2 priests. These are the same as these in terms of priest levels. So these cheaper ones are the ones for us to go with. So we'll just keep on getting those, and we'll just keep on getting more and more of the sacred units. Not that we can really make good use of them at the moment. Let's just keep it. So just have to buckle down until we can call the god back in. Just patrol the provinces there. Now what to do with Resmelin? I think I'm just going to have to keep Resmelin back with the others. Is there any reason to defend this properly just yet? We could split our forces up, but I want to crush these armies as they move in. Yeah, 1 month remaining. All right, we'll see how we go there. Might move that one back that way. Just pick up more carrion if we can. Well, that was pretty inauspicious, wasn't it? It's the top of the map. Just go and keep on scouting in through here. That one's got a bit of experience, Anthedon. There's more behemoths there. These I think are going to be very, very helpful. If we can just get a few of these back in with the group. You can see how useful these are going to be, ultimately. If we bring these up into... Actually, that can actually reach that location with all of those guys, just by going sort of through into the plains and then across the river into Montfi. So we can get to Montfi with a sizable force. And I'll just let them do their own thing, I think. And we'll start to bring more of the carrion back up just to protect these entry points. Get them up as well. A little bit there, that's okay. We'll just keep them where they are. Yeah, so anyway, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I need to get more and more of these dryads working in with the other forces. So got 1300 there. Yeah, so we don't have any more holy points here. Yeah, just basic minotaurs would be okay. But I think I'm going to save my gold, just so we can try to build a location at Montfi, if we can sort of get that one protected well enough with mannequins. All right, let's see how we go. Oh, nothing, they didn't attack. Research and construction is completed, that's good. Fania, the Black Dryad, has searched Sleepy Mountains for magic sites, but none were found. Construction of palisades in Stonegrave Mountains is done, so we'll just go and go to the province and have a look at this one here. So we now actually have a basic palisades. They've gone into Gifa, so they can possibly, can they move across there? There's a possibility, no, that looks to be closed off. It does look to be closed. They can both attack Montfi. Alright, this now allows us to have a reasonable size force into this other side. Now it does mean we're going to need to do a few different things here. We need to get Philia to build a... there's a few things we need to build. We need to construct a temple for 600. That takes us under what we need to build at Montfi, but we do need to build this one because we have to push their dominion back. We need to probably really push the Dominion as much as we possibly can, even without attacking. We could attack with our main force, but really it's going to take a long time for our god to get back on the map. And without having the regeneration, how important is that going to be? It's going to be fairly important. If the fortification here is only administration 15, all integrity there of 200. So it's going to last a turn or two. That's about it. We certainly have a big force. I could actually push my way and really cause I could just keep on running around these locations. We can't cross that river with most of our forces. So if we control this side of the river, if I have built temple there, if I ideally, I'd be keeping Sev back to actually do like praying, but we also need Sev in to attack the undead. And Resmelin, I'll just go to Resmelin for a second. If we go to construct building, yeah, there's nothing else we can do. That's as big as we can build out. We can't keep on building better and better castles, playing as Asphodel. Polydukes. Yeah, we've still got the different units coming back in through this other side. We've got a couple of them now defending in here. Now if we get Gifa, we can then move across into Montfi as well. If I can get this side of the river, it doesn't stop them from attacking me because the undead can just cross underneath the water, so it makes that fairly tricky. 120. Now I should be able to crush this. I'll put Resmelin in with the group. We'll keep the whole group together. And we'll just go and smash this particular force. And then we should be okay there. Yep, that'll do me, I think, for that one. Began has redeemed a custom reward. Somebody good. We don't have anyone that stands out at this point in time. And I've got to keep on getting more priests. So the best we have really is someone like Philia, who who was with the god when he died. Wasn't able to save him, but that's about the best we have at this point in time. And I need to keep on building more and more of these because they need to keep on calling God. Call God, call God. Yeah, there's 4 of them now doing that one. Let's go and have a look at this one. Yeah, we've got more forces that can then be brought out. I'll just keep on building these up. So let's just go back into our recruitment. I think I'll get more of the... we've got another one coming in one turn. I'll just keep these rolling through. And just get more of those as well. All right, that's still okay. Unfortunately, this is all now going to be complete wasteland, and this now has had too much death in what it's doing for too long. Momfy is an interesting one. Really can't do much there just yet. I do need to keep on saving up, and then hopefully we can protect that. If we can crush these big armies, we should be okay. Now, Antonin I can move back. I might do that. This one in here, just go back and pick up more carrion. And drag them back. Yeah, that's good. Them back as well. We'll just keep these sort of shuffling around. T. Move that one back as well. Now, yeah, everyone's building their second fortresses at this stage. I might go back to Wicker Woods and just stay there, I think. And just sit back in that location. There's Vanheim itself, so we've now located that one. Let's just keep on moving up. I'll just patrol the province until we need to start to move things around. So we've done... What's that about? We've done about 6. This will then take us up to around about, say, 15. We've still got a fair few turns before we can call the god back in. Now, our god comes back in even stronger than when he left. So every time he dies, he actually ends up being stronger and stronger. But it's at a bad time for us if we don't get the regeneration. Let's end our turn here. Battling Gifa. Let's have a look at this one. See how we go. Our scripting wasn't specifically for undead. We may have to relook at this one. This one's not very hard. So they've moved back off again as well. Yep, there's nothing there other than the undead. I know they're still just heavy infantry. Just put out of that one. Did lose a few mannequins. Yeah, their main force has now moved off. Momfy has killed brigands and troublemakers. That's good. So they've moved into there. Now we can't I can move back to Montfi, but I don't really want to be doing that one. I'm going to have to expect that we end up with different attacks coming in. So I'm just going to only put, there's no point putting massive amounts of province defence in. I just want to put enough just to make it so that it's uncomfortable. Yeah, this here is, population basically has been wiped out at Gifa as well. As like Ruinia, we're down to 500 because of the death that we see. So you can see there was 1,000 just a few turns ago. Montfi is going to be slowly draining, but we do have a bit of growth in here. We need to push the growth back out. This is very, very important. We now actually have a temple here, and we can start to recruit here. Actually, if I go to recruit, what can we get? I can just get normal old priests. These are just level 1. These aren't really all that great. If I do get a lab, I can then go and get another one of these black dryads. It allows me to just build basic troops as well, which I don't really need. It's the priest that we need. These are worth 85. These are worth, I want the lab, basically. So I've only got the one. So she's going to have to construct a lab for 600. That takes us under 1,000. Now that's... Yeah, I'm sort of tempted to I'll build the lab there first, just so we can see if we can keep on getting more of the dryads. Just get them all calling God for now. This is quite useful, having researchers that can also be priests like this. So we do have a bit of a bonus with this. Lots of mannequins there, that's good. Get across to there. Might just press F1 and just see what our defence is. 25, 6, 6, 6, 1 at Montfi. Wow, I didn't realise we only had 1 there. So Montfi and Karnag as well. These have both only got one defence. What if the others? Everyone else is good. All right, so those 2 locations there. Need to get province defence into it. And there as well, just a little bit. Gifa, we just did a little bit there. Province defence is now 6. They can cross here, we can't really cross back. Let's just keep on pushing up. We need to crush this. We need to see what we're dealing with first in terms of growth and death. This is 3 death. There's not going to be anything left over here. Got a little bit of growth in here as well, but it's just not good enough. Just going to patrol the province in here, at Stonegrave Mountains. Send that one back. Yeah, we're moving that one over to Montfi anyway. That's fine where that is. Just keep them going. All right, just go back through the other. I'm just going to hide and wait here. That way we can sort of see what's going on at these locations. That's 280 enemy units, mainly barbarians and heavy infantry, so very difficult to fight that one. Now that's Vanheim, and again that's the location there. I just want to see what else there is around the place. Now Vanheim is going to be in the water They can cross the water into this location if they wanted to. We've got sailing. Okay, everyone has now moved. Let's just go back down to our locations. It's funny how much, like, you know, it's a very fascinating game, this one. Like, this whole finding Ermor is really a problem. Like, it causes so many issues with it killing off the map. Like, it's fascinating, really, just to sort of see the damage that is done just with its dominion. You know, the name of the game is Dominions, and you can see there with the population, there's just nothing there. There's no money coming in. There's zero money, even though we control it. It's not worth anything. Momfy is still worth a bit, but we have to protect Momfy. Momfy is such an important location. We only got one candle here as well, but we do have 4 growth. God, I wish we could see some forest crop up. With their death, if their death gets to 4, then there's a chance that it can then. I don't know if it'll tell us into here. Yeah, it's not telling us what goes on here. But if death goes to 4, it can then become a wasteland, like this one is actually. So Ermor itself. All right, everyone has now moved. So let's just have a quick look and see our scripting. Now, Resmelin we haven't actually coded. I think I'll still just keep Resmelin at the back. We'll hold 2 turns, then we'll attack closest enemy. There we are, into the fray. So we'll see what happens. The others are all casting spells and doing important things, but Resmelin will have to stay where he is. So to get Began a character as well, but we need to get someone fairly good, and it's going to be a while before we do that, unfortunately. So Began, just let me know if you want me to just give you something that's like, we will ultimately end up with like we will have dryads coming in, but they're not really all that powerful at this point in time. And then we've got these carrion commanders as well, which we just pick up, but they're also not all that powerful. Okay, so we've got the I'll just keep everyone now coming back in. Let's just end our turn. Lots of long battles here. This is interesting. They attacked us at Momfy. This is going to be interesting as well. If you did find a magic site, the Order of the Secret Light, that may be a astral gem, maybe. Let's have a look at this first one. This is Omia, where we're attacking with our main army. But it's Momfy, the one that's going to be interesting. Oh, there's not really too much there either. These will hit. What the hell are they doing? Oh, they're moving back away from that group. That's okay. And we'll smash into these. Bang. We sort of want to get through this phase while we're waiting for the god to come back in without losing troops, if we can help it. Like particularly our special troops. And if we protect ourselves here at Momfy, it's now time for us to protect that and build up. Yep, that's now done. So in that location, we did lose 8 mannequins. That's all. That's fine. They did actually have some undead in there as well as the province defense. Okay, then we've got Momfy. We'll view this battle. We've got a big force here. It's going to come down to the mannequins. Yeah, we've got the behemoth still. It's this guy here is the key. I've got a few of these as well. These carrions. But if they can stick together, they'll do okay. Here comes the behemoth now. I really need to get some dryads out just to heal these forces up and give them support. This will just crush its way through the middle. Oh, it got killed. Right, now we're in trouble. We do have a big force of mannequins though. Okay, got at the back. Oh, a carrying horse that made its way to the back. Is that just a Mound King? Yeah. He's casting spells. Who's that? Oh, it's us. Eton. Ah, cool. A priest. He's casting his priest spells. That's actually fairly useful for us. Yeah, so we've got them. We defended, but we did lose our big guys. You can see there the spell casting from the priests is very, very effective. I think we're going to dry it out that way when we can get a few more. So I think it's worth actually starting to keep the group at Momfy. So we killed them off. We did lose a fair few, as you can sort of see through there. We lost 50. They lost 100. So, and they don't have massive numbers coming back in, but Ermor itself does. So this province contains 330 enemy units, mainly long-dead Veleti, long-dead Principes, long-dead Triarises, Legionnaires, Knights of the Holy Sepulchre. A huge Titan of War, okay, is in there as well, and Wisdom has the Titan of War and Wisdom. Seen towering over the army. The army appears to be commanded by Berikni, the Titan of War and Wisdom, who radiates power. There is a fortified city located here. The fortified city must be besieged and conquered if we are to take full control of this province. Now, what we want to do is we just want to keep on bouncing in and out. So, so this is so we want to sort of push back, but let's have a look and see what this one's only got a population of 120, no income. We don't know what this one's got. This one does actually have some of their forces there. The fact that even though they don't control this one, the death isn't there. That's interesting. Or maybe we just don't know. We don't have any dominion ourselves there. So just go back to the messages. Yeah, so we've got our troops are starving due to lack of supplies. So our army is too big. Misfortune went up. So we need to move out of there. So we can't stay where we are. Now, if this is also another death location, we're going to end up starving completely. And I'm thinking it is. So I need to now move back across. This one here also doesn't have any real population. Supplies here are 71. Supplies here are 679. Supplies here are 57. So it's nowhere near enough. Supply usage is 81. So we need 81 supplies. So we don't even have enough there. So where they're killing off the our forces, we're going to need to maybe come back in with mannequins to actually sort of allow us to then do that one. I don't think we can actually get across back to there. Actually, we can with everyone. What's the supply situation here? 283. Okay, it's time to start building. Construct a palisades there. Now, it leaves me with only 143, which unfortunately I can't really sort of do much in here. We need to keep on pushing. Preach the teachings of God there. That one there needs to call God as well. We've got that one patrolling. I'll leave that one back in Momfy itself. So we'll just build that one up. get Antheon back to that location. We still have Polydukes, which is patrolling this one. I'm going to bring them up because that's the key, I think, for us to have an army that we can move up into these death locations. But we need more of everything. Well, let's try to save Momfy. We do have the preaching here, which should then push our Dominion out. That will be important. We're going to have to try to Dominion kill the Ermor, which means to push back their candles. Stonegrave Mountains. We've got another one that's a actual priest. This one's an interesting one, actually. This is undead. That one might be worth having Began, I think. I think we'll... this one doesn't have stealth, does not eat. Yeah, I'll give you this one, Began, because we're not going to get anyone else. So this is now going to be Began. Right, Began, the Carrion Centaur. And the reason this is important is because it is a priest. So we're going to initially... well, we can actually just go back and do more preaching. No, we're already at level 1, so we already can't do any more preaching from there. So we're they can only do like if there's a level 1 if there's one Dominion and a level 1 preacher, they can't preach to God, but they could go into here and do it. But it's going to be a little bit dangerous. I could go into here and do it, which is Northangs is the problem. Let's just leave that one where that is. We might send Began out this way. Not sure how this... Well, maybe they went this way and then up to into here. There's not a hell of a lot, depending on what sort of province defense they have. Shall leave just a small amount there just to do the province patrols. We don't have any real big threat there. That means 46 units going in with Began. Is it going to be enough to take this out? It's a bit tricky, actually. $67 units. Let's go and do it. Okay, so Began's going to go into there. On his own, with his major force, battle orders are going to be cast a specific spell. So we don't have regrowth, which is the one that we do want. But we do actually have final rest, which this one here calls the life-giving powers of the god to restore the natural order and destroy undead beings. So we'll do blessing. Actually, maybe we'll just look at quick roots again as well. And then just cast spells. All right, let's see how we go. So if Began can take this area, we may then be able to preach from this area and push back the Dominion. It's now getting down to all of these candles and trying to keep growth in these areas. You can see we've got a population here of 12,000. We don't know what the population in here is. It's really interesting actually playing as like two different death factions against each other, but one that, or undead factions, one that was relying on growth and one that's relying on death. They're the opposite scales. I don't think I've played a game where I've had to do this, which is really quite interesting. Need more and more of these commanders as well. Okay, there's no other commanders down that way. Just press N to see what we've got. Entron can go all the way back down to there. That's all fine. Okay, that's everyone's now moved. Yeah, so this is it's interesting they didn't bother attacking these. These are of zero value to anyone really. Now that Ermor is sort of doing what they're doing, you can see they're building up a monstrously large army. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see them over here in the next turn. Anyway, let's see how we go. That will do us there. And you're saying, is the map the same every time? No, it's random every time. You can actually play preset maps, actually. There's some very good ones. Now, they did actually attack Omea, which is what we thought might happen. So this is actually around the cap circle, so they have actually gone back there. I'm glad that I didn't send... I was going to send Began in there to do some praying. But I'm glad we didn't do that one. So we've got a battle in Uric Balcor. So we're attacking Ermor. What are we up against? Yeah, it's a bit of a force. In here. What have they got? Heavy infantry. That's a bit of a problem. He's casting quick roots. He's gone outside of what we asked him to do, but that's okay. It just means that the scale is too far away. Yes, the quick roots are just there to bolster the existing mannequins. They're running, that's good. These are just militia, I think. No, they're light infantry. They're going to run as well, but these ones won't. That's good, we're getting through the mundane. Need to start to cast some... the quick roots are the ones just keeping our mannequins together. This is good, we're still actually overwhelming. There's more undead on the way. There we go, we're smashing them. And the archery won't do a hell of a lot against us. These are crossbowmen actually, so these have got... these are a bit different. So their crossbows are piercing damage, but the crossbow itself is actually is a different sort of weapon. These are armor piercing. Now, not that we have any real worry with armor. We don't actually have armor, but these are great against heavily armored troops, but not against us. So they're that's of interest. Yep, Ermor is routed, so they're now gone. So we'll quit out of that one. So that was in Uric Balcor, and so Began won his first battle there. Now the trouble is going to be what happens in this next fight. So how many troops went into Omea? Oh, only one. All right, in that case, we don't have to worry too much about this. I don't think. He's only got 7 hit points. Still didn't hit it yet. Come on, guys, do some damage. get him because it's undead. There we go. Destroyed. All right, well, that was interesting. Only brought one Mound King in. That's because it has occurred in red. Cold went up cold. So it's now winter as well. All right, so winter has now sort of hit the land. Interesting that theirs is hot. So the Ermor's gone with heat as part of their dominion. Funny thing is, we did as well, but the winter has now really taken over. Now, we've got independence all the way around us here, which means that we can set up our province defence in here. Just get a few troops in that side. And we're just going to tell Began to start to pray. Actually, why can't you pray? Is that different now? Do you need to actually have a temple to be able to pray? Let's have a look and see. Like, we know that we've got Sev. See, Sev can teach the preachings of God. What about Supreme Plague? No. That's interesting. I was sort of assuming that they could. Falcons are saying Beacon prays every time you send him out. So Antil's saying, definitely interested in trying this game out. It looks quite fun. It's actually a fascinating game. Every faction plays very, very differently, as you can sort of see through here. Even though we've got two undead factions fighting each other, the whole premise behind these two factions is so diametrically opposed. And then the other factions we actually have. Now, we do actually have a group in through here. This is, if I just go and hover over that one, is it going to show us who that is? Yeah, Pythium. So, and this is really quite interesting. That was an Ermor location. Now, we're not seeing any Dominion really in there. We can see the heat, but that's all we can sort of really see at these in these different locations. We're not seeing what they're made up of as such. But Pythium is now fighting back against Ermor as well. And the way it works is, I might even just take a deviation out of this. I'll just save game and quit. And if I go into Create World, I'll just sort of show you the scope of the game, if you sort of haven't really come across it before. So the way you've got it is you can either go through and actually build a generated map, and I just built one of these standard maps. You've got donut worlds or circle worlds, small lakes. You've got different ways of having the algorithm for the map set up, which is pretty cool. And it's got an underground layer as well. And so you've got above ground and underground. There's other planes of existence as well. Falcons has redeemed one as well. There we go. We don't have anyone great at this point in time. Anyway, this is how you can set it up, or you can load in a map. Now, I would highly, highly recommend, if you're wanting to load in different maps, there's a modder called Pymus, who Pymous, I think it is, who does a beautiful job of building maps. So you can sort of see there. I've got my own. I've got one just called Arena, which I use for testing. So I've actually got looks like I've got a few of these. One's I've got Arena Basic and Arena Scripted. If I go and I'll load this one in just so you can sort of see what actually happens with that one. So if I load that particular one in, this one doesn't really have any particular underground layout. If I just go and click on OK, I'll just call this one Test. I'll just show you just very briefly. Now, the way it works is it's split between early age, middle age, and late age with the way it sort of does work. So early age is you can see the early age is full of magic and civilization at its beginning. At most places, iron has not been thought of yet, and armors and weapons are made of stone, wood, stone, and bronze. It sort of gives you the impression that it's like a prehistory area, but it's actually not. If I just go and click on OK, I see it as sort of like a more of a high magic, but there's still armor in there, but just not as much of it. Middle Ages is sort of like a combination between magic and armor, and then the late ages is more armor is now sort of more dominant, so more iron and steel. But if we go to the early ages, and I'll just sort of show the scope of what goes on. So in the early age in the game, these are all the factions in the actual game itself, and so they're all completely different. If I just hover over it, this one here is so Asphodel in through here is sort of more, like this one uses heavy infantry chariots and flying Icarids. So this is essentially sort of like a Greek style. But they've also got like Pegasus type sort of units. This one here is a city of Cyclopses. So we end up sort of playing as Cyclopses. Pangaea is similar to what we are. So Pangaea is a woodland realm of wild half-men. Pangaea has stealthy satyrs, flying harpies, strong centaurs, and raging minotaur warriors. So you can sort of feel the Pangaea are powerful mages. So that's very similar to what we are. But this is the early age of it. So this actually has a different aspect of who we actually are. Then we've got Ermor. In this case, so we've got Pangaea, which essentially is who we are. Ermor is, we can see down through here, is a human empire centered around a great city. The empire has just recently converted to the new faith, and its magical skills are very versatile, as mage priests from the old faith still linger. This is essentially Rome of the probably of the early Christian era. I would be sort of thinking would be the way of thinking of Ermor. And so in this case, it's fully living. Like if I go and choose Ermor and then just go and click on OK, you'll see there's no undead anywhere. Like this is purely sort of like we're going to have Retiaruses, Gladiators, Levies, Rurariuses. So they do actually have lizardmen troops as well. They can have. So Hastatus, Principes. These are sort of like more your very strong. So again, it's sort of not strictly true saying that they're fully, that magic is more prevalent here. These ones do actually have very, very good protection. Protection is armor. Based on, you can see they've got the bronze helmets, tower shields, and things like that. So they are still fairly well armored. Standard bearers, equites in through there as well. So these are very, very much a Roman sort of style. If I just go and click, if I press escape, will it go back? No, it won't. Then you've got to choose your god. Choosing the god is the hardest part of the game, to be honest, actually building something up. If you're unsure, just press the R key, which will then just randomize one for you. But there are a lot of different chassis to use, and then you have to build up these scales. Now, the scales that we're playing with, and this is Ermor from the early age. The scales that we're playing with are down in here. So this particular one, this god of Ermor, has gone into death. If I go and get rid of that, this is growth and death. The way we're playing is we've got 4 growth. We can't go beyond 2. This one here has gone to 2 death, and that they can't go beyond 2 there. So in this Ermor, you sort of run these scales, and as I sort of do the as I bring these things back down to levels. I'll just get this one all leveled out. So when there's no scales, nothing actually happens. But if I go in and start to press growth, you'll see income goes up slightly, supplies goes up a little bit, and growth in the actual, this is the people in the actual towns, grow a little bit as well. So as we sort of increase that one, it goes up a fair bit. Death, it kills it. So this kills off the different things, but particularly as you get stronger. Let's just go and click on OK. Just go and click on OK. OK, and then we'll just cancel. If I come back out and cancel again, if we now go from the early ages to the middle ages, and we'll see in the early ages there that this one didn't actually have, like we're playing as Asphodel, and Asphodel doesn't exist in this one, but Pangaea does. And Pangaea, if we have a look at this one as well, if we just go and click on OK and have a bit of a look, you can see there are similar sorts of troops to what we've got in our particular play. With what we've got Dryads in this case. They're still a level 2 priest. They're still sacreds as well. These ones actually use seduction. The ones in our game don't. And again, we've got a whole lot of different pretender gods. The pretender god that we ended up using is this one here, this Titan Mandragora. So that's the one that we ended up sort of building for our playthrough. These ones should have up to 3 growth. So 3 growth is what they can get up to. So they have a bit of an ability to go even higher in growth. But let's just go and click on OK. Just go yes, OK, OK, and then cancel. And so if I cancel that one, the Middle Ages, which is what we're playing in our game, if I go into here, you'll then sort of see that we've still got Ermor, we've still got Pangaea, but Pangaea will be slightly different than what it was there before. If I just go and click on OK, we'll see that there's more troops in here now. And so these are fully, and they can have growth limit of +1. This is where they can get to 3 growth. So these really are the forest troops backing through here. It's a woodland nation inhabited by wild beings connected by nature. This is essentially extends on top of the one that was there previously. The Dryads still have seduction. They're not as powerful as what they were in the Magic Age. And then if we go into here, we can still get the Mandragora, for example. I just press R and just get any old thing. Just go and click on OK, 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 and then cancel. If we go back again into, we're still in the Middle Age, Pangaea has split into 2. We've got Pangaea itself is continuing on, and Asphodel has split off from it. So you can see Asphodel, this is who we're playing as, was once a Pangaea, a woodland realm of wild halfmen. Now Asphodel is a land of vengeful woods and living carrion, satyrs, harpies, centaurs and minotaurs, walk side by side with beasts of animated vines and bones. Parnic apostates practice necromancy and the magic of the wild. So we've split from Pangaea. And so Asphodel is still will look very similar with what we end up having through here, but the whole approach is different. And we actually end up going into like a wild growth phase. So we end up with growth +2 with what we end up being able to then go and do. Again, if I just press R, I'll just grab any old thing at this stage. I won't talk about how this all works, but in this case, they've gone with 3 growth. If you get to 4 growth, that's where forests can spontaneously sort of spring up in plains, which is what we're aiming for. We haven't had that happen yet. Let's go and click on OK, 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 and cancel. If we have a look now, so that's Pangaea split into 2. Ermor, the old Ermor, ancient Ermor, has now formed 3 different groups. Ermor, which is in the game that we're playing, Celeria, which is not in the game that we're playing, and Pythium, which we can see there as well. If I just sort of read these very briefly. So Ermor, the Ashen Empire. So Ermor was a human empire that was corrupted and fell into darkness. Now Ermor is a land of the dead. Skeletal legions march from the Ashen Empire to conquer the lands of the living. So it's essentially like Rome gone completely bad, like in terms of sort of a death cult. And so essentially now it's gone to from a big empire into a complete death zone. Celeria is a splinter empire that emerged when the great empire of Ermor was swallowed by powers of the underworld. Now Celeria is a land where the dead and living walk side by side. So Celeria uses legionnaires and undead. The Thaumaturgs are skilled mages of death and astral magic, but they are also unholy priests capable of reanimating the dead. So they're not as bad as Ermor in terms of what they can then go and do, and I won't open them up, but if I will show you Ermor just so you can see the difference with what Ermor does. And Pythium is the last of the 3 that splinters off. So it's a splinter empire that broke free from Ermor when it fell. Pythium uses legionnaires, but also serpent cataphracts and hydra. So we're seeing the lizard men sort of aspect to it. The Theurgs of Pythium are powerful priests and astral mages. Pythium uses a theurgical communion to empower their mages in battle. So it's interesting having them also fighting the death of Ermor. So Pythium is on one side of the fight, and we're on the other side of the fight against Ermor. If we have a look at Ermor, and just go and click on OK, you see that they don't start with anyone. No commanders, no units. They have to raise their units from the dead, from the dead areas. So, and it's got death limit of +2. So the growth scale goes from +4 for us to +4 for them, because 2 is the natural limit, and then +2 takes it even further. If I just go and click on OK, they went with a Titan of... Titans are going to be in the 3rd in through here. I'll just see if I can find it. Titan of Winds and Waves. Which one did they choose? I forget even what it was. I think I'll recognise it. War and Wisdom. So their god that they chose was this one here. And so if we have a look at this particular one, actually if we have a look, and if we go back out again and just to the actual forms, if you're playing the game, always just press the question mark to see what you can then go and do. So tab shows magic and scales. If I just go and press tab, I can then sort of see that this one actually raises order. That's what we're seeing through there. The other ones here raise growth. Some of them will raise death. That one there raises death, for example. But this one here, she actually raises order. So she ends up with a natural boost to be able to then push order up from 2 to 3 if they wanted to. So we can get to 3 there. But the other thing here is that we start off with 3. We can go to 4, and so 4 will then end up. Once we get to level 4, it means that plains and other provinces can then become wastelands. So then that's the idea of what Ermor wants, essentially, is to destroy the world. And that's for their whole premise with it. I'll just go and press R and just bring in any old thing. But so that's we'll just go and press on OK. But it's such a fascinating game. If I just actually we'll cancel, just go and click on yes, OK, and cancel. If I do go and pick Pythium as an example as well, because they're also in it. Just go and click on OK. And you can see through here, they do actually have lots of living units in through this other side. They're more about order. So they do actually have lizard men and hydra type units. Or actually, they don't even have lizard men anymore. They're just using hydras for what they end up doing. So they're an interesting sort of group again. These are probably more like the ancient Ermorian groups with the Triarises, the Principes. So they've got a similar sort of group to what the old Ermor actually had. But it's fascinating. It's a fascinating game. Like it's let's have to click on OK and cancel and then cancel and cancel. So so you can load your own maps in. You can generate your own maps in through there. That arena map that I've made, it's in the workshop if you do want to get it. It's mainly for testing builds of when if you build a particular group and trying to sort of see how it does work out. It's interesting to sort of see how it does how it actually goes. Me myself and I was saying Asphodel Dominion does kill pop as well. Does it? I didn't know it did that actually. Yeah, because we're trying to create mannequins. It's the growth that I want though. It's not this. Yeah. So that's you're right. It does kill. It kills the human population, but leaves the mannequins. So friendly psychopath is saying, you know what I wanted in this user interface is filters. Does it have it? It doesn't really have it, does it? It sort of does a little bit. They're certainly structuring things better than what it ever has been before. Anyway, let's just go and continue our game. I can just ditch that one now. We don't want that one. And we'll play that game. So we'll just go and press exit. So we're now back in here. We're now in winter. And winter then allows us to cross the rivers. So we'll sort of see that this has now become passable across these waters in through here. But not these ones are still impassable. We can't cross, for example, from there to there. So we are building the palisades. We do actually have the ability to build a temple, which I do want to do. I would like to go down to Green Harbour, but I do need to keep on. Got auto search. I thought we brought one of the others across. No, she's still preaching. We've now gone to level 2. Wonder why Began can't do the preaching. Priest level 1. Maybe because he's undead. Can't preach as an undead, maybe, even though he's a priest. Yeah, well, we can't do much there. I'll bring Began across into this location. This was the one that killed the god. Calling God through here. Yeah, that one's still researching. All right, let's go and just go back into recruitment. I do need to get this one here. I wanted to get Green Harbour. And then across into the Misty Forest, ultimately. The temple is by far the most important thing here for us. If I use Supreme Plague there, it's the only one that really can do this effectively. And I'll send the others off. So I'll leave Supreme Plague behind, and grab the others and move them down into here. And we'll just go back and press T. So Supreme Plague had this big group of mannequins. Take them? No, you can't lead undead. I really want the undead in this one. It's bodyguards. Bring them into Carpathus's group. Sort of slotting these out. And we have Themis as well. Yeah, let's just build a temple here for one turn. It is important, and we do need to get across to here as well, so we'll just move them down into that location. In the old forest, I think I'll just keep them just hovering around in here actually. Just go and patrol the provinces. All of these. I'll just go back to these locations where I'm sort of half expecting them to fall at some point. Do us right. That's all done. They're probably testing the waters here. Yeah, we'll sort of see how we go. So we've done this particular group. Can we recruit from here? We can now start to get some of the bigger guys in. It's 215 gold though. I'm going to get one of them. Okay, I'll just grab a normal preacher. They should be able to then go out and start preaching, so that should be okay. All right, so our money is a bit of a problem at this point in time, but we'll just keep things going. Now there should be a big attack coming across from Ermor. Oh, that's just us with anyone's. Did find a magic site, Farm of Plenty. That's good. There's a battle in Green Harbour. We'll view the battle. Now, this is typically going to be knights coming up against us. So these can be a little bit tricky when you're going up against provinces like this. So it is, if I just pause that and press F2, we can sort of see what's going on through here. Clouds, it's snowing, so clouds expire 25% faster. It's cold, it's daylight. This is the weather. And then we can sort of see the, yeah, we've got magic of 2, spellcasting fatigue at negative 20%. So this is actually a good one for us to be doing spellcasting in. Yeah, they're going after these guys. Unfortunately, we've missed them with our main force. It's going to hurt like hell. Oh no, we're doing okay there. We smashed them. How did we do that? This bronze battle axe has got a length of 2. Their lances have got a length of 3. They should have technically had a better attack going in. So they've gone that way. Our guys are now getting into the easy ones. I don't think we even lost a single force there, actually. I think we may have lost one there now. Taking a bit of damage. And this one will be worth a bit of money to us. Yep, got that one. So we can see what we lost. I think we lost 1 Minotaur. 2 Minotaurs. All right, that's not too bad. And then there was a battle in Monhiraboa. This will be interesting. This is Began's battle. Began's on his own against a force of heavy infantry, which are going to be probably the tricky ones, and then also just light infantry back over there. It's going to be supporting the units with quick routes. But getting these forests is important to us. We may not have it all our own way, but I think that Began will run if there's any sign of trouble. Yeah, heavies are smashing their way through. Heal them up. I think Began's in trouble. There's no fatigue, which is good. It's the blue bar underneath is the fatigue. Come on, run away, run away. Yeah, Asphodel was routed, so Began is now left, which is fine. Alright, that's fine. And retreat details. Successfully retreated to Yurik Balcor. That's good. Alright, so that was a failure, but we got away at least. At least we got an event in the Sleepy Mountains. Okay, so Dominion has changed down there, which is not good. So that's going to be a there's an enemy Dominion there, possibly Ermorian, but that will flick back again fairly fast. We've lost this one in here as well. Misty Forest. There's a heap of monkeys in here. This is interesting. This is really, really interesting. They've got 600 enemy troops there. Pythium is also at the top there as well. So Ermor is really doesn't have very far to go. They've been able to really push back their actual, their dominion. But they only have like this area in here and this area in here. I would like to take this, but I'm a little bit worried about 160 of these things. I think we'll go back into Montfi. Now, Montfi does have the Supreme Plague is back into here again. Can reanimate. Can call God, actually, so I might as well do that while we're just waiting around. Now we've got a priest in here as well. The priest can preach the teachings of God. So I'll send them out. Now we don't have anyone that can build a lab there. Oh, I've run out. Oh no, still okay there. Recruit here. We don't get to get our sacred troops from here, but we can still get more of these Black Dryads. Now, this one's only got one commander point. I'm thinking I might just get more of these mundane priests, and I'll repeat that recruitment just so we keep on getting those each turn, and we'll move them off, and just start to try to pray and push back the Ermor's dominance. Move this one's back into the forests again and pick up more troops. Echidna. I'm just going to have this one hide and wait. We're waiting to sort of see the attacks go into these different locations. These are building up. Let's have a look and see what people think of us. You're at war with Berekni, but still apprehensive over here. Okay, well, we'll continue on with what we're doing. I would have liked to have taken this wood. I would have liked this one, to be honest, as well, just to get the choke point. Just keep patrolling the provinces with these. This one here gives me a fair bit of income, like 101 in there. So this is the gold income per month for this province. In the treasury, we can sort of see what's happening through there. So we're spending the treasury left. We've got 245. If I go into here and go to recruitment as well, we did get the temple there. Yeah, I need to get that Palisades. Now the Palisades is 3 months remaining on that one. So again, that's going to be sort of like we're going to have 1, 2. We need another one down this way as well in Druid Land, but we can't afford to get one just yet. Go back to recruitment. Just throw a second one in there. All right, we'll end our turn. Here we go. They're going after that throne. Here we go. Chirocles is back. So we've called him back in again. This is good for us. This means we can keep on going back on the attack again. Nation rejoices. Chirocles, Lord of Eloquence, Master of the Healing Arts, Master of Silence, has risen from the dead in order to kill more heathens. So this is actually good for us. If we go back to what's actually happening, the battle in the list, let's actually have a look at this one. This is Ermor attacking the throne that was in here. Now again, their dominion will have killed off a lot of stuff. Let's have a look and see what's going on here. This is interesting. So they've actually got undead fighting for them on this side. Long dead of lists. They do actually have some Jaguar warriors. These have got heavy disease. Yep, they've got Jaguar tribe priests. These different, these are the Wizard of Many Colours. They'll cause a bit of damage. So maybe the the disease is spreading because of the dominion of the undead. So they've got a group. It's interesting to see what they've got. They've got whites from Ermor. These have got high hit points. They've got Bane blades. These are magical blades. So very, very strong units. So they're going to do a lot of damage. That'll be interesting to watch. And then they've got the Mound King there. They do actually also have brought in some shades. These are ethereal, so they're very hard to hit with non-magical weapons. Be interesting to see what actually happens here. Let's watch and see with interest. These cause cold around them. And these really need magical weapons to kill these off. These are going to get smashed. I think Ermor's got this. You really need priests to attack these. Oh, who's this character? A Shambler. They've brought in Shamblers as well. Now, the fact they've got Shamblers from somewhere as well, I'm trying to think of what other water they have access to. Because we haven't seen any other Shamblers anywhere else. See how these ethereal guys just can't be hit. They're going to smash their way through here. The cold is actually killing these off. They've brought a water elemental in. And it is causing damage, actually. That was good. I'm going to do it again. Yep, it's been diminished. Now they're actually using banishment. That's interesting. But they're very, very powerful. Mound King, if the Mound King gets killed, they may have to retreat. There we go, another water elemental. But these whites are very, very strong. And really, if these run, they're probably going to, everyone's going to probably run at that stage. Finishing off that particular, yeah, they're just smashing their way through. They should now win the fight. That should be the end of it. These guys look like they're heavily fatigued. Yep, fatigue is, if it's over 100, it means that they're unconscious. So there was a lot of, so Irma did a good job there of taking that location with those whites. That's where you don't need a lot of troops to be able to be very, very effective. There's an air element around that's now pushing things around and causing some damage. The banishment's just not working on these. There's the Mound King at the back. Now before we go, you know, it's not a high level unit. The independent armies are now gone, so they did manage to get that one. Hardly lost anything. And killed a fair stack there. Expecting events occurred in red. Nature gems went up. We just found some of those, and the terrain changed. There we go. So this is the first one that we get to go and see. So red has now become a dense forest, and so this is where, by having the high growth, this is where we have a chance where the game will then just terraform into forest for us, and so it's got to be a plains area. So if we have a look, so they 411 people left the province in search for a better place to live, but that for us is absolutely ideal. And so red has now, this was a plain, it was a plain and river, now it's a forest and river. We have a few, like highlands won't do it. This is plains and mountain and river, so there's a chance that one could then go and do it if we can get, well, that dominion, that growth is now 4. This one was 5 at that stage. This one here is farmland and river, so it won't change. But this is exactly what we want. And Montfi is plains. So that there's a chance that one will flick across as well. So Asphodel is trying to push the forest out for things to become more and more forested over time. And we do that through our dominion. Our dominion then pushes the scales up. It's only got 2 growth, for example. These are forest. Actually, sorry, this one is plains as well. This one is plains. So ideally, we want to get all of these things under our control, and so we can try to push the forest into these different locations. So that's sort of our shtick. Their shtick over through here with Ermor is to make everything wastelands. So we've got swamps in through there as well. Promised Land is just funny how it's holding on. All right, now we need to start to preach the teachings of God, and we just need to keep pushing these into these locations just to push back the different forces. I'm going to keep the priests. I'm not going to give them orders to run. Like, they're not that expensive. We've still got 600 odd that we can do from here. We do need to go and build a lab in here as well. So we'll use Carapathus to actually do that one. So we'll construct a building, build a lab. That will then give us a full set for being able to then crank out different units there as well. There's some undead coming this way. We do need to go back into here and get our province defense up a little bit. Oops, that's all we can afford. So we've now run right out of money. But yeah, this is good. This is good in through here. Order of the Secret Light. Oh, here we go. This actually allows us to recruit a sage. So the sage is it's got old age. It's got good research abilities. Yeah, adapt researcher +8. more efficiently. It's only 120 gold to get these guys. Knight Commander, Knights. Extra units of native province defense. Produces, yeah, that's a good one actually. That's very, very good at that location. If we go into try to recruit and just see what we would need to do. So to bring in a sage, we need a lab. That wouldn't be bad. It's, again, they're fairly cheap. Ultimately, now all of these guys, I'm just going to set all of these up as researchers again now. And then we've got Chirocles. Whoops. Research, not sneak. Now Chirocles could go up and join in with his group. He also natively will push back against what's going on. We have a look and see what's going on through here. Growth power of 1. That's okay. Power of death. So this unit gets more powerful. +2 strength, attack, defense, +1 magic resistance for each time it is killed. The value of this ability is the maximum number of deaths that will result in even higher power. So I can be killed 3 times. We've been killed once in this episode. So we're a little bit more powerful than what we were before. So what did that one give us? It gave us the strength, attack, defense. So defense has just gone up by +2. Was protection? No, strength, attack, defense. Yes, the attack skill's also gone up. Well, I don't know if I want to use it with the main army or not. It would work in well with the main army. It would work in very well with the main army, actually, or part of the main army, if we just go and get all of the carrion together. There's nothing left there. Okay, where have we got one? We've got one here. Across to that one. I think we'll have Began join them. That one's moving off. If we can push this Dominion down, it's going to be so, so good. Can't recruit anything there just yet. Leave that one where that is. I'm sort of tempted to go back and try to get this one and this one. But I could use a mannequin army to go and take this as well. Actually, the Sea Stag Lake, and ultimately this would be able to bring our god in to really push back against this. Yeah, so we still have a bit of work to do here. Now we're preaching there. See how we've still only got one candle there. We need to really get these things going. We may need to build, like when we get a forest, we can build a temple there for half the price. So only 300. Let's just leave everything where it is at this stage. The others are all, we're building the lab. I'll just leave Resmelin where he is, Sev where he is. I'll just preach the teachings of God there. Supreme Plague, we'll just go and reanimate mannequins. There's really nothing much we can do there. And the Palisades, 2 more months remaining there as well. Okay, that's good. We've sort of set this up quite nicely. But this one, I'm a bit worried about what this one's going to be, what throne that is. We may find out. Yeah, that's okay. We'll end our turn there. Yeah, Resmelin doing nothing. Yes, that's what we want. Myself and I are saying you get 3.5 indie priests for the price of 1 dryad. Is 1 level 2 priest better at banishing than 3.5 level 1s? No, they're not. They're not, I don't think. So I'm thinking having lots of those little priests just around just to push the dom back. Like we just need to get it back to, basically level. There we go. Searle the Hearse has claimed the Throne of Thorns in the name of Manslayer, the Lord of Shadows, the God shrouded in shadows, the Guardian of the Dead, the mischievous one. That sounds like our guy, doesn't it? But I don't think it is. Throne of Thorns. Epiphania, the Black Dryad, has searched Green Harbour for magic, but nothing was found. Okay, then we've had an unexpected event. It's occurred in red. Dominion went down. Not good. I might, with finding issues here, we might sort of try to get things. Unrest is 0, but it just keeps on changing every so often. There's a big force in through there. Now with the thrones, let's have a look and see. Yeah, no, it was Shiniyama. Sorry, it was Vanheim. Yeah, it wasn't. So that's the Throne of Thorns. Is only a level 1 throne. So they've moved a big force across, 180 of them. Just keep on preaching the teachings here. The benefit of having the other units, these guys here, is that they can preach secretly. They can hide and preach. But we do want to sort of push this Dominion back. And really, it's a lot of it's going to depend on trying to get these forests, and then get those, getting cheap temples in the forests. But these ones, we've already got very, very good Dominion through here. All right, so we've got Chirocles now back in through here. Let's go and rearrange our forces. I have sort of pretty much run out of time, but I think we'll just we'll move up into these death areas where the supplies are terrible. So let's keep on moving up with these. We do need to have. I need to have one of these dryads working with me. Let's bring her up into there. And we'll bring the whole force up that way. We're going to have to split our group up. Now, Carpathus is going to have to go with them, I think. So if we take Chirocles, Carpathus, and one of these guys as well. Maybe Supreme Plague. No, I want to take. No, I don't need Sev if I've got Chirocles. Let's go with that plus one of these just for moving stuff around. Then we'll get Sev, we'll get Resmelin, we'll get one of these commanders, and we'll go back the other way. And join up with Began. That'll do. And so we'll start to sort of push our way up through the other areas. Now, the Palisades are coming in one turn. So if they do attack through this way, we should be okay. But we'll just move up into here with a biggish force. So we'll just go into this. Just press Y and see what we've got. So what I want to have is I want to have the main armies. Now we do have Gift of the Hare, personal, back in through that other side. This one here, we want to do cast specific cell. We want to do the, I'm thinking we'll go with, which one should we do? Personal bark skin. Don't know which one we should do with this one. Let's have a look. Let's have a think about this. Might have to get another Panic Apostate, I think. In Falcons, you can then have that one, I think. I think it's what we'll aim for next. So I'll give you that one. We don't have anyone really powerful enough at this stage. I think we'll go with, we've done Berkskin, we'll go Skeletal Body, and then we'll just go and do the Quick Roots or Mend the Dead. Actually, Regrowth as well. I'll just cast spells, that'll do. After that one. So this will be here mainly to keep Chirocles alive. So Chirocles will then sort of come back in with the attack. It'll do its bits and pieces. Frighten won't have any real bearing against the undead. So I'll delete those. And then just get into the attack. Now, Carpathus is going in with big numbers of troops that we don't really need going in. Like these, for example. I'm going to move them back. And these as well. I'm just going to go in purely with undead. Maybe I might leave these. Like everything else is essentially is not living. Just get rid of some of those. We don't have a lot that we can do with this. Yeah, this is almost not really worth taking it in, but it does give it just that little bit of a push. I think these are not going to be all that useful against Ermor either. I might still keep these. We'll keep these going and move these out. So I'm just going to press T in here. Oh, this is interesting. Bring them across. And a lot of these as well. Just masses of them. 157 units there. So these don't eat. So this is why we're bringing these into Ermor. These are perfect for fighting Ermor. So hold and attack rear I think still works for us because we can then get in around the forces. We've got this massive group in here. But these then we want to move off and have them go with Sev. So they move off and use them. They're going to go in with the Minotaurs. Yep, that works, I think. We still actually have Supreme Plague. Supreme Plague going into this fight? Yes, so we do actually have some archery. Not that it's of all that, not going to be all that valuable, but anyway, we'll just move them across, get the army set up in through there. This other army moving across the Stonegrave Mountains, which will then sort of be able to expand out from here as well. So that will sort of work in well. We'll then go for Scrawl Point, get some retribution for killing the god. And that will be good. we do have a bit of income. Let's go back into recruitment, get more of these, which are useful. More of these. Nothing else there. So we're down to 116. I'll just try to save a bit of the money. And we'll just keep on trying to get in closer in around Ermor. Taking this, I think, will be the priority at this stage. Let's just go and end our turn. Just see if there's what else we've got left over. Began was going to move down into here as well. With his force. So that he'll then join up with the other group. All right, so we've got this guy here. You can move north. Then we've got Fire Lake. Go back to research. Actually, what I might do is I might just do site searching. There's not much left. Okay, that's so everyone moved. So we'll end our turn here. Expected event gold. That's good. Agina has discovered and attacked. Was discovered and attacked in lists. Unfortunately, so this is actually one of our scouts. So discovered by who? The big force. They've got a white commander there. A Bane. It's going to be interesting when we do go in to attack this. So we're done. So we got killed, the Black Harpy. I could have actually run away with that one actually in the end because we do actually have a space next door. And the Palisades is now completed. All right, well, where do we take this big army? So this army, the supply usage, we actually got a plus 49 because we actually have supply bonuses with some of our heroes. So this is all good stuff. I'm going to keep Themis behind. The others can all now start to come in. And I think we'll move off into this location, into Norfangs, before we take this. I wouldn't mind taking this one. Just don't know what that one actually is. It would be an interesting way for us to finish off the session. Actually, would be to go and try to take this. I think we might just do that one. Let's just go and move on up. Pick up a couple more mannequins. Let's get a few of these in with Began. There are mannequins, set here mannequins. Some of these are going to be fast moving. I think I'll just leave it like that. That should still be okay. All right, that'll do us. Oh, hang on, there is one other thing. We can go back into here. These black centaurs. We can set these up with different sorts of formations. Double line. They hit harder, like when they do actually have like the formations. But I think box formation is a nice, easy one for us to then sort of use to try to get in behind everything. So I'll keep it where that is. Yeah, it's be interesting to see how we go here. So we'll move everyone across and we'll watch this battle with some interest to sort of see how it does go. We're not really making a big impact here with the bringing this Dominion down. We need more priests. Bring that one across. Just need to push all this right back. Sev, Resmelin, and we've got Anthel in there as well. Do we have enough? Let's have a look and see. Just keep them where they are. It's not a massive army, but I wouldn't mind just seeing how we actually do go there. That could be fairly interesting. We don't need the others so much. I could take Philia in as well. So they're all moving together. And if we have a look at what she's got men to dead. So she's going to be helpful with what we're doing in through this other side. Well, let's go that way. Then we'll sort of swing back up into Monoboa. Let's just keep on doing research for now. So we've now got this one here. I'm just going to go and patrol the province there with these. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to fight this one. All right, that's everyone moved. Go back to recruitment. Get another one of those. It's going to take 2 turns to get one of them, but I do want them as well, just for the fighting. But when we can go into these other locations, sorry, with the mannequins, the support for the mannequins is awesome. All right, let's see how we go with these fights. There's going to be some big battles here. 29 rounds was the longest one that I saw. Okay, so this Sons the High Inquisitor has claimed a lower throne in the name of Chaga, Messenger of the Gods. I don't think that's our guy either, actually. Search for magic sites, but none were found. Okay, battling the list. This is the important one. Let's view the battle. See how we go. Will we do okay? It's a big group. Now we've got our guys here are coming back in. Now we do have blessing. Did we? These are sacred, and I haven't. I've screwed up. I haven't blessed them properly. That worked. There we go. They're now blessed. Are they all blessed? Probably not. No, not all of them. This final rest is the important thing here. There we go. Smashing through these as well, which is good. We've gotten past most of them and we're into the leadership. Hopefully. It's going to be tricky here. There's wither weapons being used on us there. There we go, we've got them running. Actually, that's interesting. But their morale dropped. Is it in trouble? Get across there, guys. Heavy slingers, they're not going to really be a big problem to us. god is down to 49. Now heal him up. There we go, got rid of that one. I think we've got it. Yeah, the god is alive. We're down to 46. We are healing up a little bit there. This is good. Oh, there we go. We've got them all. They're withering away. This is a knight of the unholy sepulchre of Ermor. This is one of their sacreds, which wasn't blessed, which is interesting. Get a 40. Got it. Got it. Great. Okay, we lost a fair few of our centaurs, but we have now taken this location. That was pretty touch and go, actually. So that was interesting. So we lost 119, like heaps of mannequins, that doesn't matter. Mandragoras doesn't matter. 12 black centaurs does matter. So that's actually a bit of a problem. Yeah, so we lost a fair bit. They lost a heap. They actually had, they did have some province defence, but they had 190 odd units there. A Bane, the Mound King. The Mound King got away. Ghouls, yeah, knights. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. Battle in Scraw Point. Let's have a look at this one. So this will be the other. This will be Sev and Began and Resmelin. These are the guys that killed our god before. These ones will all be blessed with the regeneration. They've actually bypassed their way through, which is a bit of a problem. It's going to leave Philia and who's that with Sev together. Sev might be able to hold on here against these guys. If we can do the damage here, we should get them to run. This is dangerous. So they're going after the archers. They're leaving our main guys alone. These are the ones that did kill our god. Come on, guys. A bit of retribution here. They should be running away. There they go. Morale just flipped, I think. Yeah, morale dropped. They've got a high morale, these guys. At 11, that was pretty cool. The rest of the forces we've wiped out their leadership. So these were very, very good, I got to say. And luckily they left our two heroes alone. Where's Resmelin? Resmelin's with this group, isn't he? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, Ed! Resmelin! You died. We'll have to look and see what happened to you. Okay, well, you have to be banned, though. I'm sorry, Resmelin. First banning. So we'll watch and see. I shall ban you now because I have to close up anyway. So Resmelin, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to ban you there for 30 minutes. First time, yeah, there we go. So Resmelin has been kicked out of the game. Let's go back and replay it. Let's just go back out and because this is now over, we'll just go and quit it. We'll have a look at this one again. Just view the battle. We'll look at it from Resmelin's perspective. What actually happened to Resmelin? And Resmelin stays back. This is Resmelin, the Minotaur Lord, the life and death Just getting sort of different blessings and things as they're sort of coming back through. He waits there for a couple of turns. Combat round number 1. Combat round number 2, he releases himself into the fray. Who's he going to go for? Probably those, I'm guessing with where he's lined up, he'll go straight into those heavy armoured guys. Here he comes. Will he get any attacks in himself? Yeah, look at this. Straight into the heavily armoured guys. So these are the... just going to pause that. We're going to go into slow-mo mode. If I press X, it's super slow-mo. Now, there's attacks there. Now, he did actually try to attack. If we have a look at it from Resmalin's perspective and then press, is it V? Yeah. So these guys have tried to hit him. So there's been multiple hits coming in against him. Heavy infantry missed. There's a repel value there of 20. So he's using his battle axe to try to repel the attacks. But his defense roll equaled the attack roll ultimately. Attacked again with a broadsword, but was repelled. So in this case, he did actually manage to repel. His battle axe roll was higher than the actual attack roll, the hit roll, or the attack roll. Sorry, was repelled. Heavy infantry hit the Minotaur in the body for 3 points of damage. So the repel didn't work in that case. And every time that happens, the repel is going to become worse and worse. I'll show you how that works in the game as well. So attack roll 23 versus defense roll 19, so the attack gets through. Damage roll of 16 plus 8 versus protection roll of 11 plus 11. So 2 points of damage, increased to 3 because of slash damage. So what's happened there? Let's have a look and see. So if we have a look and see the with what he has got, is it under fatigue that we see it, or is it under... it's not the hit points. So hit points are still actually okay. Will he get any kills at it? Is it attack or defense? Harassment. So harassment comes off the... I don't know if it tells us there what harassment actually does do down in through this other side. But the harassment is every time that he has to repel or do anything like that, he takes on a harassment penalty point, which makes it more difficult to repel the next time around. So it sort of keeps on essentially minusing itself from his ability to defend. So he can no longer dodge at all. Like his dodge skill is gone completely, but he has gone berserk. So he's taken damage, has now gone berserk. So this unit cannot break from battle. Attack skill, strength and protection are increased, but defense is reduced, and the unit will get increased fatigue each round. So he's now just gone crazy. So he is now going to have a very high attack skill. So his to attack will be very, very high. Let's look at these guys. They've got an attack skill of 11. These are very, very good, I've got to say, for basic troops like this. That's their dodge. That's their protection. They've got very, very high protection. So the protection is through the ceiling, actually. This is why these are so difficult. And if we have a look at their... So they don't have any harassment in through there just yet. So they're going to be... if we go back into here and just press F1 again. Sorry, V again. Yeah, so they've hit him. Now, he did have a swing at one of these, but he did miss, I thought. Let's just have a look and see. He's now surrounded. He's been hit again. Just press X. Yeah, bang, gone straight away. He did no damage to them at all. Oh, he did one to this one here. I think it was him that did it. Let's have a look and see what actually happened through here. Minotaur Lord tried to trample the heavy infantry who evaded most of the attack and got 1 point of damage. There we go. So he did try to trample. He did it. So the heavy infantry's attack was repelled by the Minotaur Lord, but in the end it was too much for him. So this guy's here probably got the killing blow. Yeah, there's more. Yeah, different sort of slash damage things. So Resmalin out of action very, very quickly in that particular fight. Just happened to go into the... he mixed with the wrong crowd. That's what we'll say. So anyway, he ended up going on the wrong side. If he was with this other side, if he was with these guys, which I thought he was going to follow them in, to be honest, he would be okay. He'd be in the middle here having fun, just smashing his way through. But he had no one else around him. He was on his own. Yes. So anyway, that was a bit of a problem. So unfortunately, Resmalin is gone. Hi Sev, you just also were in this particular fight. You are here. Sev 82, and they missed you by 1 square. Like if we just go and press fast forward, I thought you were dead at this point, but they left you alone. 2 squares. Left you alone and went after the others before they were then routed. So you were extremely lucky. Rasmussen was extremely unlucky. And yeah, that was the fight that was. So unfortunately, we only lost a handful of units, but we did lose 1 Minotaur Lord. Poor old Rasmussen. There we go. So but we did manage to take Scrawl Point. So that's one good thing. Patrolling troops we sort of captured more things in through there. Let's find out what this throne is that we've now captured. So this is the Throne of the Second Age. This one here gives Dominion spread of 2. Blessed troops get +1 strength. This is ideal. This is absolutely ideal. So we need to now protect this like anything. So we're going to we've got a lot of money here, but not enough to start building like an area unless I stop. I don't think I'm building anything automatically in here. No, I'm not. I am here, but I'm not going to get enough to build anything that we need. So, back in through this other side, we're going to get our province defense way, way up. Oh, I can't do anything here because everything has been killed off. So, we've got that one. Then we've got this one through here. We're going to claim this the Throne of Ascension. So we're going to do that particular claim. Just going to go back into this other side. We do have a few of these now that have come back through. Carpathus, we can pop them into there. Just leave them where they are. I don't think we can hold on to this. We don't have anything. Actually, Supreme Plague, and the others are down in here. There must have been a retreat. So we'll just go there. Come on, keep on preaching. We need to push this Dominion right back. Well, I need to save up because I need to protect this somehow. It's not worth doing anything with. Can we hold on for a turn? Let's go and grab this one as well. I'm inclined to push this up a little bit actually, just because they are so strong. Yeah, that's a good one for us. Just keep them where they are. So Sever's saying, what hero ability did you get? You've had a very interesting run this session. It's worth watching the start of this for you, because you're wearing the champion's helmet. You had a pretty interesting time in the arena. So you're the champion of the world at this point in time. The ability you got was a Djinn ability, so you can end up with where is it? Gets more extra powerful in magic provinces. So you end up sort of getting more power through the Djinn blood. I don't know if it shows you there actually where that is. Magic power of 1. I think that's what it is there. So anyway, that's so yes, you've had a fairly good little life there. Now we do want to get again Sev across to start preaching and pushing back this this enemy dominion as well. Let's just see what else we've got. I'm doing more research, but I'm thinking I need to actually bring more of these back up. I might grab a few of these. And sneak them up and get them close to the front line. Get Polydukes back up to there. Bring that one across as well. Search for magic sites in here. Just see if we can find anything. So I'll make this the last turn. I just want to claim that throne. We've got 900. Hopefully that'll be enough for us to start building. We need to get more protection in here as well. So I'm just going to go and end the turn here. Some big battles going in, but this one will be pretty much the end of the session. Yeah, look at this Momfy. We've been attacked. Battling lists. Special attacking lists. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on here. And we didn't actually claim the throne. So this has been a bit of a problem here. I know we did. So we claimed the throne there. So we've got the throne claimed. The Panic Apostate has searched for magic sites, but none were found. Okay, that's fine. One of the crippled units died. That's all right. There was a battle in Monaboa. View this battle. This is this little one over through here. So this is the remnants of the group. So this is Sev again attacking with his force. There's more here than we thought there were, and there's more of these heavy infantry. Maybe Sev won't be as lucky this time. Yeah, these are on the wrong side. If we can get down into here, if these don't divert, this looks like a commander. No, that's any heavy infantry, but injured. Keep it going, guys. If you take these out, we win. You're now moving across. Unfortunately, Sev is now in the firing line. These are coming into all these different commanders. There's crossbowmen in through there. There is a commander over here. There's a couple of commanders. We need to smash these because this is now the key. Let's just go into slow-mo. Sev is still doing okay here. In the meantime, what's going on? This is good. This is good, guys. Sev is still alive. Still got 34 points. He's trampled his way back out again. Now that should be all the commanders have done. So they should be running. Yes, they are. Phew. Alright, well that was a bit lucky. So Sev's now gone a bit berserk, I think. Yeah, he's gone berserk. He's taken some damage. How dare they? But his attack skill is through the ceiling now, like a defense skill. He's even got good defense, good protection, just with his abilities. Like he's certainly super experienced. So yeah, this is our prophet, sort of smashing his way through the attacks. These guys saved his bacon. They absolutely saved him. He does have regeneration as well. Alright, that was good. Okay, so the first one, we did lose a fair few mannequins and things, but ultimately it was close. But Sev did make his way out through there. I'm surprised even the Black Dryad made her, like, she managed to sort of get through unscathed. I thought she was going to be dead for sure. Then we have a battle in Montfi. There's an attack coming in here now. I don't think that they're going to be able to bring enough in. Maybe. This is actually actually they do have enough to do this one. It's just province defence at this stage. So they've brought these through the water. So we've got a harpy sort of swung down in through there, just as part of our province defence. I'm just going to quit because we do lose that one, I'm pretty sure. Patrolling forces have been beaten by the enemy, but we still have our fortress. So they only lost 4 with what they were doing. Then there was a battle in Liss, so they come back out to us. How much did they send in? This will be interesting. A big force. This is going to be a problem for us. I keep on forgetting to buff these properly. We do beat these initially. So there's the main god. This isn't too bad, actually. This is not bad at all. So our dead forces are doing fairly well. We've only got 36 hit points here. What's his maximum in this place? Maximum is 52. Dominion penalty here of 78 because it's in the enemy dominion. Still got 36. Need to be healed up. Why aren't we being healed? There we go, a little bit. Up to 40. So our troops in here are smashing their way through, but we don't have very many of them left. They are regenerating. We need these guys in to smash them. There's been a really cool series, actually, just with the Ermol versus Asphodel. It's been really, really interesting. There we go. That's now disintegrated. Our guys are still regenerating nicely here. They've taken some damage, but they're overall they're not too bad. Yeah, we've wiped them out. That's fantastic. And we've still kept a fair bit of our army intact this time. Good stuff. Okay, that's great. So we killed 152 of their forces. We did lose 45 of ours, which is a bit of a problem. Then we actually have an unexpected event. This is the assassination attempt on Chirocles. So, meddling with dark arts, your necromancer has attracted unwanted attention. Spirits from the Nether realms now haunt this land in search for their mage. They attack indiscriminately. And so in this case, we've got the special attack in Liss. So this is the monsters attacking Chirocles. So we've got, so we're down in here. We do actually have like a force. What is this one here? This is a Gravecaller Ghost. It's ethereal. Now we do actually have the sleep, but that's not going to be able to really do anything against this unit. It's got fear, which won't really worry us that much. It's also undead. The chill shouldn't really worry us that much. It's vulnerable to salt, which doesn't really matter. Spirit form. These can be difficult. These are sort of like being struck by a curse. Oh, there we go. We did some damage there. Oh, maybe it's down to 3. Yeah, so it isn't too bad. All right. Well, that was easy. Here I was thinking, oh no, we're in trouble. A handful of gems have been found in the shards of a broken mirror. So if you've got some more glamour gems, we're under siege in Montfi, and our walls are damaged. So we can see what the walls actually are. Patrolling troops of Liss have killed 6 filthy Still 6 filthy brigands, that's good. The land is now safe and orderly, but it's dead basically because it's been under their enemy dominion for so long. Now we did manage to get sneaker forced back through here. Let's have a quick look at our fortification. We've lost nearly half of it. And I really need to keep what I've got in here. Now Cherocles did actually take, it's now got a limp. Dominion is still very high here, but it's being pushed back from here. 80 enemy units. There'll be more feeding in. It looks like they came this way, actually, ultimately. Polydukes can make it across. Press Control, just to make sure that it goes in and does a move, not a sneak. Just keep on doing the regrowth is I'll just keep on doing regrowth. And we've got these guys coming in as well. Now they have to move through here as well. If we I'll just move them in. I should be able to move a fair few of these. If we've got any more of them. No, we don't have that many more. Just keep on preaching up through here. This is good. We just get the province defense up a little bit. If we can hold on in here, we can then start to get other things done. So let's go and build a. Well, I'll use Began. Actually, well, Began's patrolling. Let's just go and. We need a palisades here. It's going to take 6 turns though, so. Can we keep on holding on? And this is where I'm thinking that we move all of these guys up into this group. So we end up with a lot of different forces there. That'll be okay. I think we'll just leave that one there. That should be able to meet any attack that comes back the other way. Really can't do anything else there. So moving is just staying where we are is actually going to be okay. I can wait if I just press the question mark. Will it show me? No, it won't show me. If I do it from here, I can then sort of see what we can actually then go and do. So one of them is to wait. These are all the different things you can do. Your wait is just a capital W, so Shift W is what we need to then go and do just to have these units just stay where they are. So wait there. In fact, I'll probably just get all of these. Well, actually, Supreme Plague was the one that was going to be building. I'll get the Carpathus. I don't want Carpathus to do auto searching. So in this case, we'll just go and Shift W there. So they're all waiting, and we'll get Began to build the palisades. There we are. So we've only got 118 gold at this stage. These as well. I'll just start to move these up to bring them out. We've got all of these sitting back there as well, which we will be wanting to move up. Now, Falcons, we were going to get another Panic Apostate, but I just haven't been able to do it, so I'm going to have to redeem you. I'm going to have to give you yours back again. Actually, I can move that one in as well. All right, let's have a look and see what we're going to do here. This is going to be different groups coming in. That'll do. I'll just let them do their own thing. Well, I think, yeah, I'm tempted to just end this turn as well, but I'm really going to have to leave it here, guys. I'm running late, so I'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been a fun session. I've really enjoyed this. This has been difficult. It's been quite tricky, but we've certainly pushing back. We do need to get some equipment just so we can start to deck out the different guys in the equipment. But having this throne is now an important one for us. The fact that we end up getting Dominion from this throne is very, very useful. Dominion spread of 2. This is going to be very, very helpful. It's going to it's going to make our temples and priests even more powerful with what they do. But I'll leave it here. Leave it a bit of a cliffhanger, I guess. Just waiting for Ermor to do what they do. But we may have done a good job here, I think, in sort of closing off what Ermor can get up to. We're going to have to eventually go into the lake, but we need to hold on at least for as long as we can. So Tetraphyte saying you've got gems for a Carrion Lord. Actually, that's a good idea. Who do we need to do that though? We need a high-level death guy. We need Chirocles to do that, I think, or Carpathus, but we don't actually have the ability to do that just yet. I think if we go back and have a look at these, are only level 1. If we go into cast ritual spell, there's a Carrion Lord there. You need 2 and 3. I can get a Carrion Lady. Rotting Dryad. Carrion Lord, yeah. So eventually we'll need to get more of these, but we just don't have the ability to do it just yet. Anyway, I'm going to have to leave it there, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll be playing Dwarf Fortress tomorrow, I think. So we'll see how we go. But that's a good idea, getting a Carrion Lord. So yeah, that would be nice fun. But we do need to use the existing. We need to build up lists to be able to then go and do that. Lists is dead, basically. No income, no population. It's completely dead. Yeah, we need to affect this. We need to start here basically and push back against the enemy Dominion. It's really interesting. Oh, here we go with a massive army here as well. I'm going to just quickly look at the pretenders. I'll propose a non-aggression pact. It should have come up. Why didn't it show up? Maybe it's just going to send it. If I go back to messages, yeah, so there's a non-aggression pact proposal with Pythium. Definitely want that. Definitely want that. I should have done that a turn or so back. So we'll just see how we go. So we're just making advances that we don't want to be attacking them if we can help it. But this is good. Ermor is pretty much surrounded now, and yeah. So as long as if we can hold on to here, get a temple, get a location built in here, that's going to be very, very good for us. Anyway, guys, going to leave it there. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow if you're around.